Hello, guys. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you guys can hear me and life is good. I promised you guys that every Sunday now I have my sister here and we're going to be talking about topics that are trending on social media every time. So, there's this story that broke a few days ago, and the purpose of talking about it is not too much about who it happened to. But really, as you guys know, the lessons that can be drawn out of this whole situation and what we can do differently, especially we women. If you're here and you've joined, I would love it if you said hello so I can address you and give you a shout out for being here. Otherwise, if you just want to hide behind the scenes, you can do that too. Um, I am here. My sister has let me see if I can show you guys my face. Ehen. Yes, you guys can see I'm here. I'm not hiding. I'm here. So you know I'm here. But this is really a story that we're going to talk about. I'll put it back up for a few seconds so that you know what it is that we're talking about today. About Empress, who is an actress in Nigeria. For those of you who know her, uh, a lot of people know her with our sister Ada, who passed away a few months or so ago. Um, but this young lady or middle-aged woman met this guy, started chatting, as some of us do in our day and age, meeting people in public settings that was there probably 15, 20 years ago. It's not probably what we do in this present day and age because we don't have time. Like everything is happening on social media. But it looks like this guy had actually studied and followed our sister for a very long time, knew who she was, what she did, how she breathed, how she everything. He actually took the trouble to study her like a textbook. And then, at her most vulnerable state of losing her friend, I would even stick my neck out and say her best friend, that was like a sister to her, and she was absolutely shattered and didn't know what to do with herself. This guy decided, yeah, this is the perfect opportunity to pounce on my prey, right? So he comes in with this lovey-dovey thing about loving her and, kind of like comforting her and being an emotional source of support and everything. This guy, after grooming her enough, came to visit her in Nigeria. This is an actress who owns her own home, lives by herself, does everything, self sufficient woman doing her own thing in her 40s, right? And this guy comes, purporting to come and visit her, propose to her. They had their engagement and all of that. And then the beating ensued. And then, you know, the DV started, you know, started beating her up and all these horrible things that some of our men do to some of our sisters, to the point where she didn't even have peace in her own home, to the point that the guy had to dictate to her what she should do with herself, managed to drive all her friends and loved ones, the people that cared about her, her family, away from her, stole money, took her everything. She didn't have access to anything of hers. Now, when she wanted to go out, she wasn't allowed to. Even when he had assaulted her to the point where she had to even go to hospital, he was still close by, never left her for a couple minutes so that she doesn't go telling people about her ordeal, right? She managed to break free finally. But by this time, the guy has taken monies. The guy has even stolen her passport so that she can't even leave the country. And is now threatening that if you go and say anything on social media, I'm going to post videos of you and I doing the do, mama and papa. I'm going to show videos of us doing that. and the whole world will see who you are. And now, even going on to say that you don't even know what my next move is. I can do whatever I want to do, and there's nothing you can do about it. We women, right? Before I let my guest speaker come in and say what she wants to say on this issue here, just so that we actually get a context. And this was a big aha moment for me yesterday. I was talking to my sister in the background before we joined, is that I don't really understand how much more important status and especially marriage for women is in Nigeria. If you don't understand the culture, this will all sound like, well, why are these people talking so much about this? Why are they making all this noise? What is it? Marriage is not the end all and be all. And we all come on social media and say these things because we live in countries that enable us to be empowered. But if you live in Nigeria, when you come from Nigeria, when you live in a system that has convinced you to believe that you're nothing unless you are called Madam, unless you are Mrs. So so and so, you would put this whole issue into a different kind of context. This is a woman who is in her 40s, never married before. Can you imagine the trauma and the things that this woman would be put through just because she does not have a husband? She doesn't have a title. And so, on the loss of her friend or her sister, when she finally meets this guy who is, and guys, let me tell you this, these people on social media and all these places and on dating sites, they have done their homework, you know. They are very good psychologists. They know the things that they can say to you when you're in your most vulnerable place that will actually make you believe them. Oh, I love you so much. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. You know, and you're in that place. And she's also thinking, oh, finally, I've met the man of my dreams. You know, I'm in my 40s now. Hallelujah. Like Jesus has listened to my prayer. And then they pounce on you. So I'm going to let my sister come in here and say what she has to say. And then we're going to talk about the things that we need to look out for in today's day and age of internet dating, the sorts of things that we need to be looking out for, and the pitfalls of that kind of a relationship so that we can best protect ourselves. There are success stories of people that I've met on social media and are married. I actually personally know some of the people, right? But if you don't know how to play the game, my sister, my brother, please don't play the game. Okay? So I'm just gonna bring my sister here. Ikuamwa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sika, can you hear me?
I can. Let's go.
Okay. First,
Mm-hmm.
we just want to say thank you to everyone joining us and good afternoon to you. Good morning, good evening. We just want to give a big shout out to Argentina for taking the cup and defeating defeating France and uh, and
Yeah.
taking the cup from Europe to South America.
Mm-hmm.
As we rejoice with those who rejoice, we also come here to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And this discussion that we are discussing, this is for all of us,
Mm-hmm.
including our older women, our
Mm-hmm.
divorcee, our single mothers, our brothers, our uncles, our little young teenage girls. This conversation is for everyone. So please, if you are watching us, share this video. It can save someone's life. For the young ones, they don't really like Facebook that much. So please go to Secure Educate's YouTube channel and please share the YouTube link with them. We want everyone to come here and join us because the story of Empress is a story that is happening every day in our neighborhoods, every day wherever we are. This is not exclusively to Black people. It's not exclusively to white people. It's not exclusively to Africans. And it has no age limit. Okay? It has no age limit. So please, let's share this video. Let's really get engaged and let's learn from each other. And if you're here and you want to share something, please join the YouTube and click on the link and then you can join us. Share, subscribe, and share. Thank you. So before we really talk about this, like Let's really go back into the place where Empress is in a very vulnerable state. Okay, she's lost a friend who is like a sister to her, right? In a very tragic way and unexpected way. Empress is a 42-year-old woman. Okay, she's an actress. She's very successful. She is in the limelight. Okay, and this guy apparently he's not Nigerian. He's some another part of well, some are claiming he's Cameroonian, some are claiming he's Liberian. Praise on her online. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you're going on dating sites, whether you are on Instagram, you're on Facebook, or you are on Twitter. There are praise out there, and all those praise they want to do things with you. And we have to be very, very careful to look out for this praise. And one of the main things that they do, some of us, we are all on Facebook, you'll be there and some random guy adds you to their page, or sends you a friend request. And then they send you a friend request, and the next thing they'll do is that they'll say hi to you or they will poke you. Okay? This is how this guy entered into Empress DM. He's not the only guy that's doing that. There's actually a lot of guys who are both in abroad who they keep on DM these celebrity women and other women. They've never met them, or maybe somehow they find out that they're a friend of a friend, and then they DM because they are mutual friends with you. There are people, all they do is that they go and look for mutual friends that they have with you on social media, and then they add you, and then they start. The moment they say hi, and you also say hi back, you start conversating with them. And this is what happened with her, right? She started conversating, entertaining. And one of the things that you see is that you are in a very vulnerable state. You are 42. You're not married. Your best friend, maybe the whole entire time she's been hanging out with her best friend. So she's forgotten about all the societal pressure for her to get married or be a mother or be who society sees as the status of who a woman needs to be. So her best friend was busy occupying her. So she didn't have time to think about all these things. Now she has all this free time. And then this guy comes. Maybe the people around her don't have time to chat with her on the phone. So this guy is probably chatting her up, whispering sweet nonsense into her ears. And then they get closer. Sometimes you can be talking to somebody you've never met, and you guys become so close. You talk about everything. You wake up in the morning, they'll say, you wake up in the morning, oh, hi, babe. How was your night? Did you have a good sleep? How was work? How was work going? All the things that maybe you've not had anyone ever told you. They check on you. Oh, you said you were going out. How did your shopping go? Like all this sweet nonsense. And then next she invites this guy over. This guy now comes into her house, and now she now becomes a prisoner in her own house. She cannot leave her house. She cannot go anywhere. And she becomes a sex slave as well, right? He's having sex with her and then videotaping it, and then gets password to all her system, her iCloud, everything. And because she has some dirty stuff in her cupboards, he goes and gets all these things, and now he's using it to what? Hold her hostage, blackmail her. We are all going through some of these things. It's either you are on Facebook, a guy start befriending you, or even an old classmate. They start befriending you. Then you're lonely, you're not married, you get all excited, you get all giggy giggy. You start talking to him. Now you start doing video stuff. You're taking off your clothes, you're showing off this, you're doing all of that. Please, if you are on this platform right now, hearing the sound behind my voice, under no circumstance should you turn on video showing any part of your body, whether you're a child or you were a grown woman, or you were a grown man, don't allow anybody, even if it's your husband, because today you might be a husband and wife, today you might be girlfriend and boyfriend, tomorrow you might be enemies. Enemies. And they can use that against you. And you know what? If any of these things get leaked online, do you know how hard it is for you to remove it? It's virtually impossible. Virtually impossible. The other time I was in a space on Twitter, and someone was saying that there was this child that was victimized because he was in a relationship with someone, and they this was a child, though, a minor, and they had done one of these videos, and the person was using it to blackmail. They did everything. The video still ended up online, and the video had been on Twitter, and it has been seen by millions of people, and it's taking them 5 years to get that video removed from Twitter. Yes, to get it removed from Twitter. And right now, the video has been removed because they presented their case directly to Elon, and Elon Musk followed up and got that video removed. What if you do not have access to the owner and CEO of Facebook, of YouTube, to get that removed? That video will circulate for your great grandchildren to come and see. That because of this behavior, people have taken their lives. Anybody can become a victim. The other thing is that when you engage, you allow yourself to engage in all these little behavior where Empress found herself in, because you are lonely, you are desperate, because of societal pressure. Sometimes some of these men, and people were saying this as well, some of these men or women, when they come, they also come, some of them use juju. That's what they use. So when they come, no matter what people say to you or what people are saying to you, oh, this is not good, there's red flags here. He's telling you sad story, oh, my mom died, I'm the only person. Or they will tell you, oh, I don't have any money. First, they will be nice to you and everything is good. They will tell you how rich they are. All of a sudden, they will start asking you for money. And trust me, asking you for money, it comes in different ways. So
Of course.
it comes in different ways. I remember there was one story, one lady, by the time she realized, she used her own money to marry herself. Yes.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you how it happened. The guy told her that, oh, and please, I beg, can you give my brother is coming to meet you. Please give him 10,000. Give him $10,000, and I'll pay you back. So because I need him to buy some things. So the guy now convinced her. So she told that, okay, my future husband, I have this 10,000. She went, gave it to him. The brother used the money to go buy all the married stuff. Okay? Then he came and so the money you gave my brother is not enough. Can you please add this? And the thing is, you know what they do? First, what they will do is that they'll first ask you for a small amount of money. Then they will pay you back the money, right? In the case of Empress, the guy went to go borrow money to do big stuff to impress her. So she too, she also, sometimes I was like last time I was saying, always you yourself question your own motive.
Hmm.
Question your own motive. Your own motive is either you think you have caught a big fish, right? Or you, because you're also desperate for marriage, or you entertain any man that you think meets your status. Because the men or women who are coming, they will come to meet the what you are craving for. So if you're an old man living abroad because your wife has left you, you see this beautiful girl posting on Facebook, you'll be like, this one is fresh, she's young, she's innocent. Oh, she's even a nurse in Ghana. Okay, or nurse in Nigeria. Even better. You start chatting her up. She chats you, chat her up. The next you know, she will start asking you for money because, oh, I don't have money for pay my school fees. My mother is in the hospital. This one, and you turn yourself into a savior,
Hmm.
right? Because this guy came into her life and told her that what do you call it? He lost all his money, blah blah. So many different stories as he arrived, and she too. Oh yeah, she started, sponsoring this guy, thinking that this guy actually had money because he had shown to her that he has money, right? So some of you girls out there, women out there,
Hmm.
oh, the guy, he doesn't even need my money. He has his own money. His
Hmm.
family is good. His family is
Hmm.
comfortable.
Hmm.
Have you met their family?
Mhm.
Have you been to his village?
Mhm.
They are imposters. They are pretending. Some of them are even using people's fake pictures online.
Hmm.
Fake pictures online, and
Mm.
some of them they are ringleaders. And when I say ringleaders, means that they are all working in it together.
Hmm.
So they put their money together to push one person. When that one person goes and catch the fish, which it will be you, whether you are a man or woman. In terms of this case, it's Empress. She
Hmm.
was the fish.
Hmm.
When they catch you, the fish, then
Hmm.
after there's a payday,
Mm.
right? When they
Mm.
come to you, this guy, you hear somebody, you start talking to somebody, all of a sudden they say, oh, I'm going to go get married to that person. You barely know the person. How are you going to go get married to somebody that you've never
Mm.
even met? You've never even
Mm.
met face to face. All you've
Mm.
been doing is pretending and talking over the internet and talking over the phone. Let's be very careful out there.
Sister Kwamwa, I'll tell you two stories and then we'll continue about this whole thing. A lot of women think that, and I got this a lot from the video when it came out. People were out and saying all manner of things. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. We say these things as if, oh, we as for us, this sort of thing. It can never happen to me. Me.
Anybody
This
can be a
me.
victim.
It can never
Anybody can be
happen
a
to me.
victim.
Hmm.
Anybody can be a victim. Anybody can be a victim. Anybody.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Anybody. No matter how
Uh-huh.
smart, how beautiful, anybody, an old man, anybody can be a victim.
Uh-huh.
Anybody.
I'm glad if you've agreed with this point of mine, Sister Kwama, because yesterday that's what a lot of people were doing. As if, Empress, excuse my French, she hasn't engaged this thing. Look, when you're vulnerable and you're desperate, and like I said when I started talking, it was a big aha moment for me to understand that this is a different context. We are not talking about we women who are here in the diaspora and we can sit here and say whatever we say because at least we have a system and law that protects you. But even here, there are people who are still being subjected to the same sorts of thing. Now, the two stories I wanted to tell you. There was a young lady, much younger than us, in our 40s, who was also looking for somebody. These days we don't go anywhere. Everything is social, social, everything. Everything is internet, everything. This young lady started, how you would put yourself on all kinds of dating sites, match.com, this, yada, yada. She did that, right? Not very long after that, there's this army guy, well, supposedly army guy who comes in uniform and she has a thing for men in uniform. So it's like, yeah, I've caught a big fish. He's in the American army, or so he says. And they chat, 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 chat. They've talked for like 3, 4 weeks every day. Just like my sister Kuama was saying, hi babes, what's going on? I miss you so much. I'm in this base in Texas or I'm in this base in Chicago where we've just got another 3 months to go. And then I'm going to come see you, blah, 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 blah. And she was so happy. This guy actually spent time building this young woman up and she was so excited, telling everybody about this guy. All of a sudden, after 4 weeks, this guy went off for like 2 days, no message, nothing. It was all part of the plan. Oh, 2 days, nothing. And, she thought that something had happened to him. She couldn't even sleep at night and all of that. Not knowing it was all part of the plan. 2 days after he came back, "Oh, babes, what happened? How comes for 48 hours I haven't heard from you?" We went for some military training. We went out there somewhere. We're doing some, some of our things a secret, and we can't talk about it publicly. So unfortunately, I can't tell you. And also, the reason why you haven't heard from me is that I got some very disturbing news from my mom. What happened? I haven't even told you. I'm actually a widower. I have a 7-year-old daughter who is now living with my parents, and I want to retire, but the military won't allow me to. And so, long story short, somebody has offered to help him in the American army, but that person, because it's not a straightforward straight cut thing, they have to do some kona, lugu lugu kind of thing. So he needs
Mm.
about $5,000,
Yes.
and
Oh
in
yeah.
order to, yes, this is
Oh
what the
you
guy
are.
did.
Oh
This is
you
what the
are.
guy did.
The same thing. This is exactly what's happened to Prince with the Empress. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You know and so the girl said the only luck for this person who told me the story is that she had a big brother who she was very close to. So this whole thing about this guy, everything, she was relaying it to the brother. So the
Hmm.
brother was reviewing things. So he asked her, which site are you on? And I want to join the website. What website? She told him. What is his name? She told him. So he went and, saw the person's profile and everything. And then he decided to match it with other websites. Lo and behold, this same picture
Hmm.
waymatch.com. That same
Yeah.
picture
So.
is on another
Ah.
website. And on that one, he wasn't a military officer. Now he's a businessman.
Of course.
He's into oil and gas, and he's actually on a Spanish oil rig somewhere, and he married somebody from uh, uh, Argentina or somewhere, Colombia or Mexico or something like that. And when he came back home, the wife was sleeping with his best friend. Hey, some lugu lugu story that doesn't even make sense.
Sika, let's draw a point and conclusion from what you just said, because this is a very, very critical point that you just made. There are two things.
Hmm.
Do you always want to draw empathy from you?
Mm,
This is one of the red flags.
hmm,
Empathy.
hmm,
They want to say a story where they are somehow a victim,
hmm,
for you to empathize with her, with
mm,
that person, whether it's a
mm,
he or she.
mm,
Okay? This
mm,
is something both men and women are doing. So I would
mm,
just want to make really emphasize on this. They
mm,
will draw a story of empathy. Okay? They can even say that their parents are no more, they are an orphan, they are the only child, okay, or their wife is deceased, okay, or their husband deceased, because maybe they have children and somehow they're no longer able to hide the children. So they'll be like, oh, my wife is no more, my husband is no more, or my wife left me for another man, right? Or my husband left me for another woman, right?
mm,
They will
mm,
always want to do something, say something where you have empathy and you're the victim of the story. The
mm,
moment they start to, this is your red flag, this is your cue to block.
mm,
They're cue to say bye bye and
mm,
block. You
mm,
have to hit block, okay? So I'll allow you to go on with your story. I just want to make sure that we don't lose the sign. The
mm,
first sign is what? They're always a victim and they want to draw empathy from you,
mm,
okay?
mm. But my sister, because they know that if they don't spend time grooming you for some time before dropping that thing, if it's just 2 days relationship and I come and tell you I don't have money, you can block me now. There's no emotional investment. But after 4 weeks of every day, every night talking to this person, we women, we get into things with our our heart and our kidney and our lungs very quickly. Oh. It doesn't take very long especially when you're vulnerable and desperate. And this is
Mm-hmm.
what got our sister.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so they'll groom you for 1 month. They can even spend money and take you out, or even send you money in the first place for you to
Yeah,
think
so
that they have
yes.
money. Yes, they'll
Mm,
do that.
it's an investment now. It's an
Auntie.
investment. And before
Hmm.
Sika, you go any further, one point I want to relay is that Empress said that when she had access to the guy's thing, she realized that the guy actually has a lot of the celebrity women. He has videos of them,
Hmm.
right? In positions, in very vulnerable positions. So
Hmm.
this is how these people are living. There's lots of them. And as
Hmm.
I said, this is not exclusively a black or African thing. This is something that is happening all across the board.
Hmm.
And it's happening at all ages.
Hmm.
So we all have to be careful. This is part of cybersecurity issue
Hmm. Hmm.
where people want to get access to you, they want to get access to your information, your identity. They want to get access to information to your wealth, okay? Your financial status. Some of these people are so wicked, they can come and they can take away your home, your house away from you. So please be very, very vigilant. Don't be entering in relationship with people that you have not vetted. Okay, when you meet a guy online, and this also goes for even people that you've known in the past.
Hmm.
If you've not met somebody you've known for 20 years, all of a sudden surface, you
Hmm.
don't know the kind of person that person is now. That person you know in elementary school, you knew
Hmm.
in high school, you knew in
Hmm.
secondary school, it's not the
Hmm.
same person.
Hmm. Tell
I,
us
for one,
so.
can tell you somebody I know, I used to know in university, I don't expect them to be the same.
Hmm.
Even the ones that I talk to often, most of them have changed. They
Hmm.
become people I don't even recognize anymore.
You.
So, talk less to say somebody from elementary school, you live in different countries. They
Hmm.
come and start talking to you. You
Hmm.
start buying them phone. You
Hmm.
start buying them this. You start planning to go get married to them or you go and marry them. They are going to bite you.
Hmm.
They are going to bite you because what
Hmm.
makes you think that all the while that you are, what are they doing? And look
Hmm.
at what has happened to Empress. False engagement online, come to your own house, he locks you up in the room, he beats you, and then blackmails you that he's going to leak all your naked things that you guys have done. If you were not very vulnerable and very desperate, that's why sometimes some of us we need to watch out.
Hmm.
When you're sharing stuff on social media,
Hmm.
be very, very careful.
That's so.
Don't
Hmm.
share your vulnerable information. If you broke
Hmm.
up with your boyfriend, the whole world does not need to know.
No. Hmm.
If you are going through very something emotional and difficult in your life, nobody needs to, the people within your circle can know, but not shared on social media for total strangers to start coming cuddling you.
Hmm.
You meet somebody and you tell the person all the evil in your life. And then some of these people, they will use it as a way to isolate you from your loved ones.
Of
And
course.
once they are done isolating you, because this is the case, apparently, she was saying that what? Her family knew something was wrong, but somehow she couldn't communicate to her family that there
Hmm.
was something wrong with her. Is
Hmm.
that not a sign of abuse?
Hmm.
You beat her and carry her to the hospital and then
Hmm.
bring her back.
Hmm.
And you make sure, and some of you women, this thing, even when I was in university, I observed this with a lot of girls.
Hmm.
Some girls are so daft
Hmm.
that they think that if a man follows them to everywhere they go, it shows
It
that the
means
man
they
loves
love
them.
them. Yes, so yes. He loves me so much. He calls me
If you're
every
a
5 minutes.
woman, if you're a woman and you think that's a sign of love, you are crazy. You need to have a balanced life. A man
Mm,
that follows you everywhere you go,
mm,
that means that he wants to monitor your every movement.
mm.
Your girlfriend say, "Oh, it's my birthday. Let's all go out to dinner." Everybody will come by themselves. You alone, you show up with your husband, or you show up
Haba,
with
haba.
your boyfriend.
Guinea. Why?
That's a sign for me, right from a very young age. That's a sign I knew you are already in an abusive relationship
Ah.
because you cannot fly on your own. You need someone to help you to fly.
Mm,
Oh, I can't come. Oh, my husband said I can't come. Oh, my boyfriend said you can't come. He's not
mm,
married to you, and he's already telling you where you can go, who you can
mm,
hang out with, who you can do
Mm.
that. This is what
Mm.
Princess is. That's why he engages her on social media, and she has cornrow on. Somebody who does that?
Mm.
Forced engagement. We
Mm.
are seeing this happening everywhere.
Ah.
Please, ladies, especially ladies abroad, do not be doing sex thing to people. No
Ekwoma,
sex thing.
look at this, my our friend, blessed beyond belief, is here. Did you see what she wrote? Ah, free bodyguard. You don't want? No, I don't want. Or her Jim and yeah.
I I want him. I don't. We don't want free bodyguard. I want him to be hanging out with his friends and maybe watching a soccer game whilst I go hang out with my girlfriends.
Ah, bah.
Right? I don't want him hanging out with me. Man. I want him to go and hang out with his friends, and then they watch whether they watch football, soccer, basketball, whilst I also have a girls' night out. Right? I don't want him to join in my girls' night out. No, free bodyguard, dear me. Sorry. Yeah.
Our sister Jodo said, I had a guy who contacted me, then stated that his wife died and left him with 3 children to look after with no money. And I sent him my condolences for his loss, informed him that I'm the wrong person for him to ask money from because I don't own a bank. And he cast me out and blocked me. Kudos!
Good for you.
Congratulations. Good for
Good for
you.
you. Good for you. Honestly, Sikai, let's share the link because I'm sure there are people
Hmm.
who have stories they want to share with us. I would love for Sister Jodo, she's not busy, to
Hmm.
really join us. Sister Jodo, it's easier to join by the YouTube than to join by the Facebook. So if you can
Exactly.
jump on the YouTube, if you can join us and share, because this is something, especially I'm very, very for the young ones, right?
Hmm.
They think it's okay to be taking pictures of your boobs, pictures of your manhood. Last time somebody shared a picture with me, and I couldn't believe a picture. This young guy in his 30s had posted on has sent to another woman on one of these social media sites,
Oh, next
right?
time I get one, I'll send it to you. I also got one about 2 or 3 months ago. For
Yes,
3 days, I couldn't sleep. The man
yes,
actually took his own thing and sent it to
yes,
me.
yeah. Don't do that. No matter who you are,
Hmm.
don't do that. If you ever get caught, this is it's actually a criminal offense. So
Ah.
please do not do it. In some countries, it's a criminal offense to do that. That's actually almost equaling rape. So please do not do that. That can get you in trouble. You might lose your job. You might lose your career over it. Under no circumstance should you be sending any form of photos that you do not have clothes on to anybody. Do not do it because you know that. Let me tell you a quick story. There was one guy, the guy was coming from, apparently, he was coming from Ghana.
Hmm.
And you know how people always send you all these stupid videos to people on WhatsApp?
Yes.
So he got somebody had sent him something on WhatsApp, one of these stupid things on WhatsApp, right?
Hmm.
So unfortunately, he landed. I think they said Nova Scotia or New Brunswick. It was somewhere far east in the Maritimes in Canada.
Hmm.
So when he got there, it was
Hmm.
one of those cases where they were doing this random searching. So they searched his phone, and then they found, and unfortunately for him, the video, the children, it looked like children who were performing this act. And in Canada, that is a crime.
Absolute no no.
It's a Canada and US. I don't know about Europe, but Canada and US, that's a
It's
crime.
same.
This
It's
this is
same.
how this guy ends up in jail. So please, make a mu so that yenyanum no omu waso no omate asema making ehu hia pa me pau chow so bi edi ne hu sebi ne hu a wayi ne hu a oye bibi no osen ne mawa delete men fan to so mo send ma WhatsApp a woyɛ bɛrima woyɛ ɔbaa ɛnkɔ na nkɔ bi men bi sɛ ɔbaa sɛ ɔmfa ɔntwa picture ne gyapadeɛ ne nsɛn no woso mentwa picture wɔ gyapadeɛ ɛmfa nkɔmmɔ obi sɛ woyɛ saa de wei na sɛ ebi na sɛ wotu kwan woba Canada na wokɔ US na sɛ polisifoɔ anaasɛ customfoɔ almost stop no mo show phones na saa de no wɔ phones so a
Mm.
ɔmbɛkye wato mu ɛyɛ
Mm.
bɔne kɛseɛ paa wɔ America ne Canada enti
Mm.
no even so obi kora sɛne wɔ WhatsApp video sɛ ebi a obi na ɛyɛ wei anaasɛ obi sɛne wɔ Facebook ne ɔmo de brɛ wɔ a no wapepa afiri phone so
Mm.
because kotifoɔ hu a ɔmo kyew a ɛte sɛ nea wakɔfa ɔbaa
One na ye.
wɔne na yɛ a ɔbaa no aka sɛ no a woyɛɛyɛ
Hmm.
sika berɛ pie ka ne sɛ wɔ twi mu right
Monato. Watu no mona.
saa na ɔmbɛfa no nti ɔmo ne wobɛdi at least woankɔ mu abɛkɔ mu bɛyɛ 10 years enti mepa wo kyɛw saa nneɛma no I know sɛ especially mewɔ mpanimfoɔ platform saa nneɛma ɔmo tumi hyehyɛhyɛ nneɛma bi a sometimes I guess munni me kuro abrokyire mmerante na moyɛ saa de no ma monyɛ saa de no ɛma ɔbaa ɛmfa ne ho a ɔhyɛ atade ɛmbrɛ wo ɛwo nso bɛrima mɛnyɛ saa wokɔyɛ ebi adwuma mu ɔmo ba na ɔmo bɛyɛ random search ana BBC because ekurom ha BBC a obi ntumi nfa ne bibi ankɔ na ekotifoɔ ba na ɔmo hyehyɛhyehyɛ nneɛma mu ebia na obi na akɔ ebi akoko ntɔkwa ɛwɔ adwuma mu na ɔmo aba na ɔmo ba branch kata hɔ ebia na wo efi na wo gya wo phone da hɔ wa obi di ne san ekosan nti no pa wo kyɛ wuti a saa de no enye bi da.
And you know, it's not only the men; it's even women. Because I have a man friend also who went to a secondary school back in the village, and back in the day, he knew this young woman. You know, they were all young people, whatever. 20 years later, just like my sister was saying, 20 years later, sister, Mami Penimu with gray hairs and brown hairs and green hairs, all in, or growing on this apple of hairs. This woman sat in on a stool wearing nothing. Eh? Your apples on your belly, like my own plasma TV here right now. And then you take picture of this thing with your legs wide open, sending this to men. What is wrong with some of we women? What is it that is wrong with us? Eh? What is it? What is it that is wrong with some of us? And
Yeah,
this woman wasn't a young woman or a Kwamwa. She was in her late 40s.
I know, but the thing is, people have no idea. When you send these things to these men or you send it to these women, they will use it to blackmail you to collect money. Okay? Don't be a victim. Don't allow yourself to be a victim. Be wise online. Stay safe online. Okay? Don't allow yourself to be vulnerable because people are going to do anything. They're going to do anything. And some of these things, people sell them. Okay? There's dark, they call them the very dark web, where they sell these things. So you could be there and your video, your naked picture, somebody will be selling it for money.
Look at what our sister
Okay?
is saying. People think that it's just my sister Kwamwa and me because we have big mouths and we are sitting here, we're making noise. This is Sister Jodo. Look, I got multiple video calls one time whilst I was cooking. So I messaged the guy to stop calling me because I was busy cooking for my family. He sent me a message of his swinging pendulum saying he was ready. Ready for what? Ready for what? This is a married woman. Oh. Can you imagine?
Yes. Yeah.
So her husband gave him a piece of his mind and he was
Good.
no longer available on Messenger. Just imagine. Like some
Yes.
people are just sick.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. And we just all have to be very, very careful with this type of relationship that people are meeting guys online or guys that someone has introduced you to but you barely know. Don't. Don't allow, because especially some of the things that I see with these guys that usually say hi to you on Facebook, you check their profile was recently created,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have many friends on Facebook, right? So it's fresh,
Hmm.
right? And they don't have many. They also they tell you all these funny stories. The stories don't add up, but you somehow you've gained trust, right? And most of the time they're using someone else's picture because they know you yourself you are not going to be doing anything to them.
Uh-huh. We have a sister in the house. The floor is yours.
Are you referring to me or someone else?
You.
I asked the question. What if I don't intend to travel to Canada? Can I show my kwekus to the world?
Please know the laws in your land and do not show your pocus to the world. The thing is that anything you post, anything you put on the internet, you can never get it back,
Mm.
right? So you have to think about it. Do I want it back? And would it come have ramification in the future, right? Even let me just go back to in Ghana recently. There was this issue about this girl who graduated law school,
Mhm.
and somehow
Oh
somebody
yes,
outed her,
yes, yes.
outed her that she was into all these dark web, that she had naked pictures, and you know that some of the videos were circulating on Twitter once her story started trending. People dug out all the things that she was doing in the very dark web and were circulating it in the surface web,
Mm-mm,
right?
mm-mm.
And some of
Mm.
these videos, I'm like, oh my god, if I was a teacher, this is my student. Even if I'm like, I would never retain her as my lawyer if she was ever granted the ability to become a lawyer. I don't want her because her own scandal will overshadow my own case,
She's actually
right?
under investigation right now. I asked my mom.
Yes.
Yeah, she
Oh,
is.
okay.
But
Yes.
Mm.
is that not based on your biases though?
It's not based on my bias. It's based on my biases, right? But the thing is that I always tell people there are two kinds of laws in this world, right?
Mhm,
There's
mhm,
Mm.
natural law, and
mhm.
natural law are the laws that will make you like that every human is engraved in you. That when you see something, you don't think it's natural for it to happen, right? No one ever tells you. You
But
just
that
make your own
you're talking
conclusion.
about conscience, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
But what
So
if mine
you
is seared?
well,
A lot
I,
of people's conscience are seared, so you can't base it on it.
I know, but you never know, right? You
Mhm.
never know. You never know. So you yourself, that's what I'm saying. Think about it yourself, right? And process it together. Are you ready for the consequences if it goes AWOL? So if
But
Mm.
you
you're
know
not,
what? I
then you have
think
to step back.
I think in this day and age where sex sells, people get carried
Mm,
away
mm,
in
mm, mm.
relationships. Oh, send me one of your boobs. I'll also send you one of my balls and stuff like that.
It
Um,
happens. That's
you
how it
do get
goes, though. That's
you
how it
do get
goes.
carried away. You want the
Yes.
ring. You will
Mm.
send anybody parts. I mean, if you could send one of your liver, you will, or your kidneys, you will.
People are doing it. I
I
know they're
mean,
laughing about it, but it's the reality for many people.
if in case it happens, it's not the end of the world. I mean,
Yes.
no one should be able to blackmail you. You have to teach
Mm,
people if they've been that silly. I mean, their parents haven't taught them not to send their private parts to strangers or even to boyfriends, and they are caught up in that. That should not be a blackmail tool. It shouldn't.
mm,
I mean, it's just some clitoris and some labia, really. There's nothing to it, really. So that shouldn't be. If you want to show it to the world, so what? Did they not show that musician? What's her name? The Nigerian girl. What's her name again?
mm.
She's quite popular. There's Tiwa. There's
Oh,
another one.
Oh, Tiwa. Yeah, Tiwa.
Was she not in the
Yes,
oh
Tiwa
yes,
Savage.
yeah,
Yes.
the
yes,
eighth
yes, yes,
dimension? Has she died?
yes. She hasn't died, but you know what? In all fairness, though, there are some people who cannot take that,
It's
right?
true.
Yeah,
Some
but what?
people,
Look, the thing is, once I think people just need to grow up. Yeah,
yeah, some
I
people
think
don't have the thick skin to be able to do that. Yeah.
no. If you have the thick skin to take off your bits and enjoy it, you should.
I know. I
You
like
should.
it's easy for us to say, right? Because this one, look at Empress. This one, she was just like, I don't want it out. So she quickly came out and did her own video.
Oh,
So
you
when I said
do.
if the guys are supposed to release it, then
I think
but
the
there are some
underlining,
people
and well, unfortunately, that's why I don't have a lot of friends. Because
Aha.
because you have thick skin. When you have
no,
thick
not
skin, it's
thick
hard to have
skin. Like
friends.
you're gonna show my vagina, so yeah, go on, darling. Do you need my boobs as well? But once people find you vulnerable, yeah, in life, it's human nature. Once
Yes.
people find you desperate, once people find you in your most vulnerable state,
Mm,
that's when they jump on it. It's a worldwide
mm,
phenomenon. The
That's
yes.
whites
true.
do it, the blacks, we do it even in our homes. You know, when you are at your lowest, that's when the human nature finds it, useful to manipulate you. All
Mm,
right.
mm,
People don't manipulate you when you're at your, um, oh, I'm desperate. I need a man. I need a child. Okay, I've got the spiritual powers for making babies. Come for all night service. Because you're desperate. All
mm,
right.
Yes. And
Once
that, yes, yes.
once you show yourself that you're desperate, you need a husband.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
I need the ring.
mm,
If
Mm,
once you need the ring, you'll be doing all the washing you've turned into a washing machine.
mm, mm,
Once you need the ring, you've turned into a cook. You've turned
mm-hmm.
into a cleaner. That
Mm-hmm.
someone is
Say
taking
it.
what? $10 an hour for. You're doing it for free. In the name of you need a ring. You need a husband. And
mm,
those players who are good at playing this game,
mm.
it's easy. I mean, to deal with the BBNI is very easy because we are quite shallow.
That's true.
Because we don't do the why,
That's
what,
true, actually.
where, how.
Mm,
Why are you the most beautiful woman in the world? Why is this
mm.
guy so into you?
That's true.
Well, you met or what? You have two, three holes.
Mm.
Like
No,
what
but
exactly?
bless beyond belief. In this particular scenario, the girl had lost her best friend, who was her like a sister to her, and
Oh,
I think
come
that's
off
what
it.
he preyed on.
Look, there's usually underlining issues. There's usually underlining issues. Someone who is already looking for a husband.
Mm,
Okay, it
mm-hmm,
has to be someone who is already looking for a partner. So that the loss of those things are just excuses. Come on, you know that. If you have a partner already and you lose a friend, would you be in the same position?
No, no, no. That one, you saying the underlying issue. The underlying issue is actually a very critical point
There
because
is
it's,
there
it's,
are always underlining issues.
yeah, because most of
Childhood
these men,
trauma.
yes, yeah,
Your
childhood
auntie is after
trauma,
you. All you do
yes,
is just dress up and sit in the Range Rover and just go out. You don't do a marry.
mm, yeah,
As soon as you
yeah,
dress up, you are going there after you. When
yes,
would you give me a grandchild?
yes, I
So
know,
it's a
true.
and
perfect,
mm,
someone to call your own. And then
mm,
you can be
mm,
dangling the ring in our faces. You get what
yes,
I mean?
yes,
That's because your
mm-hmm,
priority is a ring. Your priority
mm-hmm,
Mm,
is having a partner. We
mm.
we are not content. We don't even allow these men to even grow. They just go and catch them and continue their mother's job for them.
No, but the other point too that I wanted to make to bless beyond belief is that in the Nigerian culture, and this was something that was very palpable for me yesterday when I was listening to all of this,
Mm.
was that I think there it's a huge thing. The whole thing about the marriage, the ring, the status. Because if you're single, you're nobody.
But it's the same in Ghana as well. It's just that our parents don't. We are more subtle with things as compared to them, right? I
Hmm.
mean, but it's quite similar. I mean, I had a friend as soon as she dressed up and she was going out, you hear it. Especially she was in a family house. Oh, yeah, now what? Yeah, makeup. As
no
if
wonder.
we're full
Mm-hmm.
like your womb,
Mm-hmm.
your she has
Mm-hmm.
your womb is in her business. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People are interested in other people's business so much that they taunt you, but they do it to you if they see that. Well, with someone like me, all right, it's just two things. When are you going to have another child? When you provide me with the sperms and the childminder.
But you see, you have the big gulp to give that answer. Not everybody does.
So
No.
that is well, it's about self-belief. It's about being confident. So
Mm-hmm.
instead of shouting, our confidence in insulting and in other, I don't know where our confidence is somewhere else. But this is where you should channel your confidence
That's true.
to be asking where, Why? How? Why are you so invested in my ovaries? Like, why? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
How? How am I supposed to take care? That's how we have 6, 7 people having 10 children, and then they are calling for GoFundMe. Like, when you were opening your legs, where was I? I knew I could barely even go fund myself. Do you get what I mean? So those are the things you should be asking.
Yeah.
But we ask and then we think. And then it becomes everyone's problem that you've been opening your legs and enjoying this Liberian man's spekus or his bola. Was it made of gold? I mean, I don't even get it.
He was not
And
doing well,
and
I don't
moreover,
think
you
so.
know the passports are a property of the government. You know that.
I
Yeah.
know, yes, but he doesn't know that he's a fool, so he
But
doesn't know that.
no, the boy is not a fool. It's the girl that's a fool. The passport, but I don't even know how it got to this. When she ran out, who was the first person? Wouldn't they have connections? I mean, if you're that much of a star, a celebrity.
But he managed to cut hair off all those people. This
No,
is
what I mean
somebody
is
who
when
was,
she came out,
yeah,
because he's still talking as she's out.
yeah.
Why is he not in jail?
Ah.
You know what? I read it. It looks like it's a ring. It's a whole gang. The guy and
You
he
think there
has
are
a
other
whole,
people?
yes. So this is like, it looks like a whole Abuja gang, right? And
Mm.
and the thing is that these kind of women and these celebrities. This goes to both Ghana and everywhere, right? There are a lot of people who go to places that they know that these girls frequent. Let's take somebody like Tonto DK. How come she alone, all the men that she ends up carrying, they all turn out to be other fraudsters, or they turn out to also be doing all sorts of different things, right?
Because we enjoy the packaging, isn't it?
Exactly. So they plan. They are all these are things that they are doing both in Lagos. Some of these guys, they know that if they package themselves well, they can lower these women. And then once these women marry them, it's when they find out that they don't have to wait. They actually, and then that is how they end up getting all their money, getting all their properties. That's why you see somebody like Toto DK, who's very outspoken. She looks very bitter, but she's technically dropping knowledge at the same time of how she feels herself.
Yeah, but there's these things not. I mean, I think they've happened so often. I'm surprised, we are still having to even speak about it. Do you know what I mean?
I know. But you know what? We are forgetting the societal pressure, because like I follow delay on Twitter, right? And there's nothing that Delay will not say. Delay could just say something simple like, even put a memory verse on her Twitter page.
Yeah.
Just say, and Selma go for Becca, and yen ye kwawo, and yen ye kwale, and yen ye. I'm like, and some of them, they're coming from both men, they're coming from both women, trolling her.
But
and
do you think
her
they
for
do
being
the same?
successful with no husband. Abba Sama.
Do you think they do similar thing to Lydia Forson and maybe what do you call her? These girls. Do you think it's on the same level?
They face it too, but they have the balls to withstand it. That's the thing, I think.
Because
someone
was like, when are you going to marry? And she was like, when are you going to die?
You see?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just one of those things, I think there's somebody else in the studio.
Sister Jodo. Yeah.
Okay.
Sister Jodo, unmute yourself and speak. Now we are just talking in the background.
Yes, this is how we want it to be. Sunday just
Hi,
time. We're learning from each other.
Oh, yeah, what to say?
Yeah, pa.
And then the topic, you didn't send
Give us your gist. Give us your gist.
Me, I don't really blame the men, Do you know? I don't really blame the men that much.
I have to say, Africa in general, no, discussion be saying, any pay gusuti no enyekitwa, but
I know.
Say no.
We won't listen.
Yeah, that's what.
Proactive.
No.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
reactive.
Yeah.
One day so acting no abeti kaka no okọ. But say yensu na yesua de nso a ye mu bebre na nka ye tirim te say societal pressure ne family pressure peer
Hello. Am I logged in now?
Yes,
Okay.
you are. You're here.
Oh,
and
okay. All right. Okay.
Mhm.
so and sometimes I am at home. There's nothing romantic and sexy about posting for a naked pictures.
Hmm.
Maybe I am say, I mean, it's unfortunate.
Hmm.
Maybe to no,
Hmm.
but it says a woman will be too much room now. Almost take a whole bunch, and we say you better so no, a bedroom baby, you know, you better. It's
and
not.
and and that's the thing. That's the thing that I don't understand. Maybe Sister Bless Beyond Belief can share, because I don't understand
Said
why, like she said,
the
that we're
one
still talking about these issues. Like, is it that we're not hearing, we're not
Uni,
learning?
and then I was listening to a program and a woman be say she doesn't
Yeah,
even or what to be, and I was like thinking she doesn't even see the big fuss because
yeah,
ube do baby na John Kunyan Ayoya.
yeah.
And then this young girl came and was like, oh, what to ni bin intra? They just go straight into defense mode.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, that kind of she's not listening. Oh,
That's true.
a mindset nina is like in Bama, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, say, oh, maybe women want X, Y, Z, or but
Mm-hmm.
straight to attack mode. That kind of, okay, no, they haven't even made time to even reflect on the
No,
outcome.
they don't want to hear.
They don't want to know. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And no, understand the partner back.
Mm-hmm.
No, a live video. To say the Alatani woman, no, eba be suna. And no, say who she ye.
It's true.
You just listen. Ube on say, Tonto Diki, Oba Sanko for another one.
Yeah, drama,
Similar, same.
drama. Now,
Same narcissistic behavior because we refuse to ask questions.
yeah. Now,
We
yes,
refuse to even learn, Auntie. We refuse to learn.
yeah,
Hmm.
It's so
program.
simple.
Maybe
They're not
yeah,
even
so,
aware.
but then it happens again.
Mm.
They're not even aware of the 5W. And
Who himself,
you know.
Nancy Ghana, or be best me right? Or the family in Abebo. All of them are hired.
Can
Nana,
you
auntie,
imagine?
uncle.
How can you
Because
hire a family? How? How
they
is it
do.
even possible?
It's just like you're hiring Crawford Mombesu a year.
Hmm.
It's the same. Into it, Haboga Baba Waro Ghana. Why hi auntie? Eh, ni mami poor per masem now maneno. Now maneno. But then you can't blame the guy. Can you? You
Uh,
haven't done your due diligence.
Pastor Patience and Antia, they say they don't speak Chi. So please, let's speak English. I beg. Let's
Do
speak
you know what I
English.
mean?
I
You
beg.
haven't done your due diligence. Did you ask where? Why? How? Recently, girl not the car said she's a banker. Now, guy and say, oh, wait, remember on being home and sending the pictures or whatever. They should do a video and
Can you imagine?
have
Can you
you heard
imagine?
that one?
I've heard that one. I heard it.
Yeah, the lady. I think the man is from Germany or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Into old yarn say wa mouth dying. Wa ho fainty. Wa mouth dying my business. You don't want to do anything in return. Like you're entitled to only for. We are entitled.
Pastor P will beat you.
And
Oh. Sister Bless Beyond Belief. She says speak English. Oh, she'll beat you. Oh.
Hey,
Hmm.
Pastor P. Do you understand? You can't. I don't know that is that entitlement. One, two. That pressure now. That pressure that we let it affect us so badly that you know it's not like your womb is in someone's hand. It's in someone's way
Mm.
that they should have an opinion about it.
That's the
So you,
mentality.
pardon?
That's the mentality because they always have other people who will support that dysfunctional mindset.
That's
So,
because you're not prepared, are you? Me,
yeah.
like for me, for instance, I'm prepared for
Mhm.
you to for a response
Yeah,
to those stupid questions.
that's right.
When are you gonna have a child? When are you gonna marry? When are you gonna die? When are you going to be ill? That ends the conversation. It ends the conversation.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's right.
You will never hear it from the same person again.
I mean, like, I feel
Again,
like
exactly.
people from
As soon as you put
outside,
them in their rightful places, you don't
Yeah.
hear it again.
yeah,
Yeah.
people from
Once you allow
outside,
people, they will manipulate you. Look,
most definitely.
about
Exactly.
98% of us are narcissistic.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
About 98% of our community, we are
Yeah,
narcissistic.
very
We
much.
gaslight people because of our childhood traumas.
Mm-hmm.
We want to project it on other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
So if you don't prepare yourself, someone is going to use you as their, misery likes
Their
company.
bait. They will do that to you every single
puppet.
time. Yeah. Every
People are
single time.
miserable. They want
Yeah.
company. So if you make yourself
Yeah.
accessible, everyone will use you because you're desperate for a friend. You are desperate for closure. You are desperate to be liked. You are desperate to
Marriage,
belong.
everything.
Do you get what I mean?
Exactly.
It's that simple. And unfortunately, we don't like the truth.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
As I
isn't
said before, like most of my friends said, well, who needs a friend? If I mean, with friends like you, who needs enemies? I'm like, yeah, I know.
But isn't that what our culture is like designed to because when you are in a relationship or you are married now, you seem to be married to the family more than the person that you are with because everybody is in your business.
Because you allow everybody in your business.
That's why you put down
You
boundaries in the beginning.
That's
you
right.
didn't
Some
start
people
the
allow too
boundaries.
much in the beginning, and at some point they can't just cut it off.
Yeah, you took over the role of the person's mother.
Mm-hmm.
You took over like what's your boss?
Hmm.
Unani mediane ye.
Only you know how to cook.
Yes, and you know how to wash hard denim with your hand.
Yeah.
I will give you
Yeah.
a perfect example. A
Uh-huh.
couple months ago,
Uh-huh.
we were having family get together, right? And there was a conversation about cheaters, right?
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
And I gave them my sincere opinion regarding that because I'm not going to entertain any man who would disrespect me and outside our marriage. I don't care how many kids we have. I'm going to remove myself from it. I don't care how many properties we have established.
Thank you.
That is not going to bring me my early grave. So, I have a couple of people, some were friends, some were family members saying, it has not happened to you. That's why you're saying that. So I was like, so you telling me I have to allow it to happen to me for me to be reactive to it or like
To put measures down, yeah.
Yeah.
most people who give those answers are the ones whose husbands are buying everything for them. The housewife, because the husband does everything. I
Yeah.
don't.
Only baby, yeah.
I'm independent woman. So as to whether or not I'm married or not, I can still take care of myself and my kids. So you can't tell me how I should feel, what I should do, because if that's what you're going to do now, do not project that on me because I don't deal with nonsense.
But
And
do
then,
you know the good thing about that?
yeah.
Adra, do you know the good thing about that?
Mhm.
You've made a disclaimer. What make it what do you call it?
I said boundaries,
Yeah, what may you boundaries? Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
That like I was saying the other time on Evelyn's platform that how come say it be before Berman they don't take their nonsense on a brofono.
Because they wouldn't dare. They know they will not.
Thank
Take
you.
that,
So it
accept
means
that foolishness.
They won't tolerate it.
they won't tolerate
Yeah.
it. So the difference is that what you tolerate it. You don't have boundaries. You don't have standards.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you're not consistent with it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I was giving an example.
Yeah.
Say, I won't say to say, oh, they showed British Got Talent, this American Got Talent, this
Yes.
and then maybe Obia or your Babema, kind of comes on, no, anyway, not the whole family is watching. Yes, yeah, beautiful. Also, the next day, maybe in your family, no, you don't condone to sign your man.
No, correct.
Obana I say, oh, me feel say, body na me woman and yet the right one. Now if you kwanya me hosu. What should you have done then?
Yeah,
because it gives you an opportunity for you to
For
bring
you
that
to talk,
subject
for your
up
kids to even
And talk
listen.
about it.
and talk about it and ingrain it in them. Just like I draw, oh yeah, you know. What's it? Sans and we dear. Ebiba mi say ni na me.
So people know.
Into one manipan hint that.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Those are the things we fail to do for fear of losing our, beautiful marriages.
Yeah.
Or not being able to get married because we're in our 40s and then
Yeah.
this
Now,
man is
is it
coming.
even
We
beautiful
know it's
anymore when
wrong.
one partner begins to step out?
Thank you very much.
It's not
Thank you
beautiful
very much.
anymore when they decide to step out. Because for me, like
But
I
once
can't.
they decide to step out, right?
Dear, but I don't think the meeting will be a chemical. I don't think so.
But
Yo.
I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
you can't assume, say, the man wants to be monogamous.
Ladies, let's go back to English.
Yeah.
Some people are commenting that they want to hear English.
Yeah, you can't assume that a man wants to be monogamous, do you?
Most certainly, but
If
you
you
know
don't
what?
have the conversation, that's what
You
let's
should.
be on the saying.
I
Yeah.
just feel like a lot of our men, right?
Mhm.
They are trained to lack of discipline because you need to be able to have some control of your impulses, right? And the fact that you always, and I kid you not, in most cases, you have a lot of the same gender women, kind of this pounding on the other women because other women wants to make decisions that they will not make.
But why don't they take it on the Igbo people?
Exactly, and it's
Do you know what I mean?
They better.
Regardless of how unwell they're brought up or how they want to be polygamous and it is natural and it is ancestral, when they get to that side of the world, their ancestors all leave them alone.
I know there was a guy that I know who made a point that he feels that it's always important for a man to go out with two women because women loves competition. I was like, well,
Wow,
not me. I was
what
like,
kind
not
of
me.
nonsense
I
is
do
this
not
one?
like competition because
See, when somebody's mind is like
But
this,
I
where are you
mean,
going?
right?
who
Eh?
is he competing with?
And this
Another
is enough
child
reason
like
for him
him?
to step out.
No,
Yeah.
because of
You
his
see,
limited mindset, he feels that if he has two women, then the other women will be able to give him more sex.
Yeah, but he's gonna have two women like him. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's gonna have two women that are like him. Like who broke ass nigga.
I know, right? And the ones that cheat the most, right? The ones that cheat the most, when their partner cheats on them, they cannot handle it emotionally and psychologically. And they go out of control and tell you some bullshit and stuff. Like for me, my husband, when I met him during our dating before we got married, I let him know my last straw.
Yeah.
Because the things that my husband and I do, I know what we do. So for him to be with another woman, and I'm not
do
being
that.
selfish. I'm not being selfish because some people are like, oh, you being selfish. So is it okay for my husband to go and bunk someone? Then I will go and have someone bunk me. How is that? But I respect myself. I'm not gonna do that. I will walk away.
Yeah, but you're not gonna do tit for tat just because I mean you have self-respect. I mean,
exactly. Because
it's boundaries and you know what your non-negotiables are.
Of course.
Really, which should be discussed way before you start, doing those cooking and cleaning.
Oh yeah. And
I remember, is it TDJ? The other one, Creflo Dollar has a sermon on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've listened where it says, I mean, you should have this discussion because some people realize in the middle that actually they like men.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm not going to say no to that. In fact, there's a lot of people who are bi who don't want to admit that that's what they are. It's true.
It should be discussions that should be had. You can't just assume because you're beautiful, you should be the one and only. Do you intend on bathing once a year? What's the relationship with you and soap?
But you know what? And a lot of our men are programmed not to deal with their issues. They want women to kind of like mend whatever, to be caring
Because
And
you
for
allow
They
them.
want you to take care of them, yeah, in all
Because
aspects,
you
exactly,
yeah.
because
The
you do that.
emotional
I
issues
mean,
yeah,
now, they are not
automatically
able to
for the
deal with. They
ring.
want you to take over.
yes,
No, because you do that in the beginning of the relationship. You want to be wife material for the
yeah,
ring.
Mm-hmm.
So you are
because
also being deceptive,
5,000 yards.
doing things you
Yeah.
wouldn't normally do, even in
mhm,
your own home.
Mm-hmm.
If your mom said to come and wash her
Mm-hmm.
denims, would you wash it?
No.
that's what I'm saying.
No.
Because that day we had that argument, I have 6 women who was against me, and
Imagine.
I was like, you know what? Obviously, everything that I'm saying is not going through your ears, so there's no need for me to waste my breath.
It's
Yeah.
the environment and everything, isn't it? It's
Mm-hmm.
hard. It takes lots of experience and exposure.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
now back to
Mm-hmm.
topic, and I'm going to
Wait.
get my sister
Mm-hmm.
Abby in the panel first. We've kind of digressed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing about
Mm-hmm.
being groomed on social media or otherwise by these kinds of men,
Mhm.
and we falling for it. And now this is the fate of our sister. Sister AB, what do you have to say in 5 minutes? Sister AB, you have the floor. Are you still here?
Hello? Yes,
Yes.
I'm still here.
Uh-huh.
Hello? Can you hear
Yes.
me?
Yes, we
Mm-hmm.
can. Uh-huh.
What I would say, sir, people just need to be a little more cautious
Mm-hmm.
and know what is actually going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because personally, I'm on Facebook, but I don't do a lot of friends. And you
Okay.
know, when immediately you comment on a post on Facebook, this random post, or you like something and someone sees it, people are actually able to like come in, send you messages, send friend requests, and then, like you said in the beginning, I was listening to you. Some actually sent you friend requests, and then you go and it's a new profile. They have about 5 friends, maybe 100 or 150. I just do and then I decline. And
Mm-hmm.
some actually come into your inbox. Oh, you're beautiful. I want to know you. I want to marry you. Can we be friends? I'm like, you don't even know me. We don't have mutual friends. Like, how do you straight up wake up and you want to marry somebody you don't even know?
Sorry, Abby, I
I
don't
have a
mean to
friend that
cut
went to
you.
Ghana.
Abby, I don't mean to
Mhm.
cut you. Do you enjoy it?
Okay. No. I just cut you off.
Have
I
you looked
cut
at
you
your
off.
privacy
And I'm going to
settings?
share a story. Oh, okay. I don't know how to work that around, but then I'll look at it later.
You should,
I
yeah.
have a friend who went to Ghana. We are in the US right now, yeah. My profile shows otherwise, but I'm in the US. She went to Ghana on the 6th of December and she got married yesterday. And do you know
Hmm.
how she met this guy? She
Mm-hmm.
met the guy on TikTok. She's
Hey,
never seen the guy.
now what from you?
I have said
Hmm.
everything,
Hey, Jesus.
everything
Chineke me
possible to advise
oh.
her. She got married yesterday in Cape Coast.
Ay, ay, ay,
She's
ay, ay,
27. She met the guy
ay.
and she
Hmm,
was
hmm,
telling me she was doing a TikTok live video. And I think the guy just, you know how these guys work now. Like they're able to, they look at you and then they know you're vulnerable, you have an issue. So
hmm,
Mm-hmm.
she
hmm.
said she was panting. I think it was the first time she had gone live on TikTok or whatever. So the guy saw her and I think she couldn't breathe properly. So the guy sent her a private message and said, "Oh, get backstage and let me talk to you." So she cut the live video, and the guy called and said, "Oh, mommy, I could see you are not yourself. You are this, you are that." So because the guy did that, she said, "Oh, this is actually a real guy. He
He's
can
so
talk when you
cute.
Eradi.
have issues, and that's just
Oh,
it."
Oh my
She got
God.
he's so
everything A to
cute.
Abby,
Z.
are you
The
kidding
bags
me?
that
Is
she's
this
using for
like
her
real?
engagement.
Are you serious?
It's a
Happening,
real story.
Sika.
She
It's
is
a
my
thing.
friend.
It's a new trend.
She
This
is
is a new
my
trend.
friend. She
Mm,
is my friend. She
mm,
is my friend.
Oh.
So I see,
mm,
like these guys, they are able to spot those that are vulnerables. Even the
mhm.
way you talk, the way you walk, the way you look like, they just know they can use you. She got married
Ay,
yesterday
ay,
in Cape
ay,
Coast.
ay,
She
ay.
got married yesterday. She's just 27.
She has to
Just
marry.
27. And she bought everything. I'm literally everything to get married
But
to the
she's the
guy.
one who
She
wanted to
bought
marry now.
everything. And that's it. She's not met the
Mm.
guy before. Not even once. The
Mm.
first time she got
Love
to
at
see the guy
first
was when
sight.
she went to Ghana, and then she got married. I think about eight days when she got to Ghana was when she got married. The first time. And yesterday I saw her WhatsApp status, the
Is
guy
she in the
kissing
States
her
as
hand
well?
and all that. I'm like, oh, yeah, she's in the States, yeah.
Oh,
She's in the States.
bingo.
She's in the States, yeah. She is in the States. The first time she gets it, and it's under a year. I think she's met the guy maybe about 8 months now. Yeah,
8 months is a
she's
long
never
time,
met
though,
the
isn't
guy.
it?
She sent everything. Yeah. Oh, but they've never met in person.
What?
She shopped her stuff from Nigeria. She shopped some from the US. The bags for her engagement. Everything she bought them herself.
She's
Everything.
going to marry herself.
Everything.
No, she's
Oh, she
not.
doesn't know.
He's gonna be all right till
She doesn't.
she brings him here.
It's till he, yes, yeah,
Yeah,
till she
they're gonna
travels
be
and then
fine
bring him here.
until
Yeah,
if you don't bring
yeah.
me, means you don't love
And
me enough.
some of the conversations when she calls and she tells you, this is what we talk about. He loves me. He says
Mm.
immediately he gets here, he's not gonna let me work. I need to take a break. This is new to you.
We've had this.
This
Oh,
is
we've
new
had
to
this one
you.
before. Oh
We've
my
had this
God.
before.
My
Oh my
God.
God.
Oh,
Is it a new
Ekwamwa,
thing
we've had
now?
this one before. We've had this one before. Ekwamwa, we've had it.
This is getting
Yay, we
so
are in
good.
This
trouble.
one, it will be a
Ow.
waste of time even
You're
talking
not
to
supposed to
her. You can't
work.
even
You have to
counsel
stay
her.
home and take care of the
Mm,
babies. I'm like,
Yeah.
mm-mm,
oh, okay, good.
mm-mm,
And I
But
know
she's
immediately she gets back from Ghana, she's going to send the car.
Mm.
Oh, she's going to buy a
mm,
car for him. She will.
mm,
She will.
mm.
Ekwamwa.
She will.
Mm-mm.
She's so
This is
stupid. I don't
painful.
know.
It's just painful to
Ah,
hear. This is painful
Yes.
to
ah.
hear.
Oh yeah.
Painful
Yeah.
to
Baby,
hear.
how
And
old is
because
she?
you are not married,
27.
sometimes she can. She's 27.
And how old is he?
27. I think he's about maybe the same age. Maybe
Mm.
at most I'll say maybe
Hmm.
about 31 or 32. Yeah. No
Yeah,
difference
from
between
Hmm.
the other
from
guy's
where
pictures and
Ghana, no,
stuff.
don't hold back. No one's gonna spare you though.
Ah.
Man, her very worry when can say.
Yeah,
Sure. And sometimes it's just a show off, is to prove a point. Oh, means be and stuff. I
it's a
remember
marriage
one
Yes.
time
thing.
she got
It's a
pizza
How?
marriage
and
thing.
she
We are
said,
too
oh,
desperate.
guy need for pizza or Ghana mommy. And I'm like, who are you talking to? Me now me kasa na ucha me say someone ordered pizza from Ghana. Or the Ghana no order pizza, my the brew will feel. One kasa koto
With
promise
which
ring and then
card?
you're telling
With
everyone he
which
got it for
card?
you.
With which
Pizza,
card? Which
pizza.
card did he use to order the
I
pizza?
don't know.
Does he have a
Maybe a MasterCard. Maybe
What
a
did you
MasterCard.
do?
Maybe a MasterCard.
hey?
Yeah. I said, yeah.
Hmm.
In our day and age, if you are not careful, you are going to fall for these things. I have another friend also in the UK who is also going down next month. And sometimes I don't even want to pity her because she's also in her 31, 32,
That
and
makes you
she's
more
making the
desperate, though,
same
isn't
mistake.
it?
She's exactly what to be everything, everything.
Or
From
that's
the
what I'm talking
rings,
about, man. Yeah,
guy,
no.
family, the
Desperation.
food, engagement stuff, everything. The guy is just waiting to get into
Solomon,
the
be
coat.
very careful, okay?
The guy is just waiting
Order pizza for me, okay?
to get into his coat. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? Like, just pizza, like, just Indomie, pizza, brodo, ne
Yes,
fry,
yes, yes,
just bread
yes,
and
yes.
cheese. Like,
And stew, bread and stew.
Over shop, I shop in about session. Over shop, I shop in
Half
about
percent.
if you're not careful.
Half percent.
Oh.
when did our standards
Mm,
become this, low? Low. Like, we don't
yeah.
expect anything higher.
Expectations, societal expectations, and you're supposed to get married,
Look at what
and no
Pastor P is
one.
saying.
So once
I
you know
know
I'm
someone
controlling
who
what
has
these people
married
are going
three
to like.
men from Ghana, and all of the marriages have
Mm,
ended.
ah,
3 men
She'll
from
ah,
go
Ghana. That's
again.
a
mm,
lot.
mm,
You go again.
mm. That's
The
it.
fourth one would be,
That's
the third
it.
one was supposed to be a charm.
Oh,
She'll go
mhm.
again.
And it's not going to end.
No, those people,
It's
there's
not
nothing
going
you're
to
going to
end.
say that is going to change anything. It's
Well,
not
you
going to
know
change.
what? One of the things that we have to know is that some of these guys or girls, me, I always like to, because both sexes are facing the same issue. Some of
That's
these
right.
girls, guys and girls, are
Mm.
using juju.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Yeah.
using juju.
Mm.
So we have to really call a spade a spade. So
Mm-hmm.
you see someone who is is not into men, all of a sudden fall in love with some man that the man does not exist, or it's not a good relationship, and you say whatever you want to say. You can go to heaven and earth and come back. You might remind them all the horrible relationships they've been in, all the lessons they told you they have learned, and they will not do it again. But yet, this particular one, they are physiated in going to Ghana, going to
My friends
Nigeria,
are not
wherever
under
they
any
are.
influence. My friends, they are just stupid. My friends, they are not under any influence. They are just stupid. They are just stupid. They are not under any influence.
It's like they're just stupid.
Even if it's an influence, you have to make
They are
yourself
just
disposable, isn't it?
Available for that influence. I
Yes,
hear
Available.
you.
Like,
yes.
It's
But
true.
the thing is, that's the
exactly.
vulnerability, right? The way you exhibit vulnerability, and I think the beginning I mentioned that online, the
yeah.
things we post online and how we present ourselves online, we also have to be very, very careful
Exactly.
Yeah.
because there are people who are
Mm.
always watching. Right, there are people who are expert in analyzing your face, your facial language. There,
Mhm.
especially these people who want to really victimize you. The
But
length at
that
which they will
it
go.
doesn't even take rocket science. I
No,
mean,
it
even
doesn't.
me,
But
most
No,
people
yeah.
online, I
Oh,
can
yeah.
tell, even if I open a church
This is
today,
what they're
I will
going
get
through. You
like,
just read their post, their story, and you
it's
know this is it.
easy. Like, it's so easy to know who is who. Do you get what I
yes,
mean? I was
yes.
on a program and a guy came,
Mhm.
and it was on a political program, and a guy came and then he wanted to do his criticism, and then I was like, please, if I invite you, then you come. All right. So you should know who you want to address.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Don't
Mhm.
engage in the first place
Yeah.
if you don't want the juju to catch you.
Yes,
Catch
no, that
you.
is no. If you don't want the juju to catch you
What is
or
your
the
standard?
manipulation, yes,
Not just a one
you,
guy said you were
yes,
waiting for the juju to catch you. What to talk a wedding
To catch
gown
you,
and
yeah.
everything already, and you were just waiting
Do you see?
for the
Oh
man.
yes, and your
See?
madam for know what you can
See?
exactly.
Read.
What will
Read.
be a good that will change the
Yeah,
Read
when
bubble.
you're
what
in your
Toriwa
And
is
then
forties,
I
saying.
the
Look.
bustle.
start shopping for your wedding gown.
Look.
Hey.
Mm.
And yeah, some people getting so many crazy things. So, but
you
you
see,
know,
there's a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
Hmm.
things
oh
going
yeah.
on, Sister Joe. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now. This is the new thing where women and both women and men are being victimized, and right now it looks like every other week one of these things is happening. And the thing is, as one is getting victimized, somebody else is also going to become a victim,
yeah,
right?
you're right.
So it's we need
We
to
don't learn.
address this issue. Don't let somebody
We don't
manipulate
learn.
you, and especially and Sika, we will talk about these some of the, especially if you are a high-end
Women in the
woman.
diaspora.
Yeah.
Yes, if you're
Mm-hmm.
a high-end woman, you have a good
Oh
career,
wow.
and you're going back home to marry
Mm-hmm.
someone, you need to think about it very, very well.
Hmm.
Because if you come and
Very
things go south, you might end up paying that person alimony. So
Hmm.
if you are in a
Well, I don't know
high-paying
for
job,
Diana.
so
I
I
so
know.
don't know.
I know
She's
a
not
guy
paying
let's
who
start
alimony
got
to
talking about
scammed.
these
nobody.
things too.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know a guy who got scammed. He met this girl on social media and they became boyfriend and girlfriend, right? So the girl had him buy her iPhone, buy some designer bags and clothes, and he shipped it over to US for her. And then she introduced her son, talked to the guy about her son's father dumping her. Like he gave him all this like sad stories and everything. And when he was talking to me, I was like, listen, you got to be careful. You cannot start buying people things. Just give it some time. He was like, no, she has already confessed that she loves me and everything. when
Oh.
when he spoke to her and they made an arrangement for him to travel to US because he lives in the some of the European countries, I can say. And when he made a decision to come and visit her in person, she had her mother called him to let him know that the baby's dad came and went to their hometown and apologized to the king in the hometown. So now she
They are
can
back together.
be with him.
Hmm.
Damn.
Dead on arrival.
You snooze, you lose. Oh, yeah, wow. Everyone wants
Mm.
someone who's gonna take care of them, really.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Everyone
We
is
have
looking
our
for
So
sister
someone.
protect.
here, you know, Toriwa. She's written it here. I tell you, ladies, these men are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp, Viber, and are scams.
Yeah.
Especially when you ask for video calls after talking for a while, they give excuses. They even ask for Google call cards or crypto wallets. Those
Mm.
of you in crypto stuff, say something like no
Wow.
network in Nigeria or electricity, or because we know these things happen in Africa and they seem normal when they
Yeah.
say those kinds of things to you. Like, you're my baby, please give me my card. Is my card is not working, help me, my card is not working, and things like that. And she said that even she became a victim. And that's the point that I was trying to put across here. We're saying all these things and we're laughing, but there's a lot and a lot of us who are not immune to these things. I know somebody who was a judge, an attorney,
Mm.
and the person was also very high ranked in the
Mhm.
American military. So
Mm.
this is no stupid person. She had a house, she had everything,
Wow.
but she was in her 40s, no man forthcoming. She was lonely.
That's
The whole
true.
abroche life, you're on your own, nobody to talk to, yada yada. And then some, in fact, and this wasn't even a social media thing. Somebody actually introduced her to this guy.
Wow.
The guy
That's
was in France, he was a
good.
doctor, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
they started back
Why
and
is the
forth
guy
talking.
single? The wife is dead.
He had been married before and divorced. She has
Why?
also had a child and divorced.
Who knows?
Uh-huh. Then they come together, they start talking. He goes to visit her for a couple weeks. She also goes to visit him. Long story short, about 4 or 5 months later, they're getting married. This woman tells her big
Wow.
sister about it. And the big sister is like, I'm happy for you that you've met somebody. I'm not saying don't meet anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But don't you think this whole marriage thing is a bit too quick? Like, yes, you've met him once, he's met you once. Let air pass around this whole thing. Like, let the dust settle. But some of us women,
You don't
let's
want
be
to listen.
unbelief. Some
You,
of us women,
you don't want to allow the young men to grow.
hey, some of us women,
Don't want to listen.
when the thing they sweet you, the thing go your nyash inside where
But
they
you can
sweet
leave it
you.
at that, though. Can't you leave it at relationships? You
Huh,
have a child, he has a child.
hmm,
Can't you leave it at talking and doing sinful stuff?
yo, they
Because
get
you're already
married.
sinning
What
as
is
it is,
simple stuff?
isn't it? You have sex, texting, or whatever
They
you call
get
it.
married, right? Let's be
Mhm.
unbelief. They got married, and the guy moved from his France or wherever and
To
moved into the
join
States
her.
with her.
Mm.
This
To the
woman is a,
US.
a military person, so
Wow.
obviously she has to go do her
In the
military
barracks.
stuff.
Mm.
No, actually travel internationally. They go to, Iraq,
Places.
Guantanamo, whatever. So she left on one of her missions, not knowing that this guy na Yahoo boy.
Oh Lord.
So this
Hey,
woman
hush
was
puppy.
gone, and the
Hmm.
husband was using the credit card for all kinds of dubious
Why not?
ventures
Oh my
in her
God.
name.
That's
In her
Wow.
crazy.
name.
Well, free money, government money, so why not?
No, you haven't done your due
Hmm.
diligence. We
The
need to be
person I'm talking
patient.
to you about now is 6 foot under, self orchestrated. Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Why?
Yes.
Just because of the financial thing?
Yeah, because she got into trouble.
They have breakthrough.
Now, not so
Mhm.
Debbie,
so.
listen, the card,
Like me
a
too.
bank card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but shit happens. So.
Mhm.
No, but no, Kodem.
Oh.
Hmm.
You get? Because the thing
Yeah.
has been done in your, how are you going to turn around and say it's not me?
Well,
It's
as if
When
a
the
chief
thing is
It's,
in
it's,
your
mistake.
it's
name.
not me.
Sika, one thing I want to say is when people, if you haven't been sensible enough from the beginning,
mm-hmm.
and you find yourself in this, I'm going to expose you, I'm going to blackmail you, I've
Yeah.
got your sex
Let them
video.
do it.
When
Let them do it.
yeah, when you found you haven't been sensible enough, I was you have to admit that you haven't not been sensible. So this is not a time for
And
crying,
continue to be
please.
foolish.
Yes, this is not a time for crying and the time for panicking. It's more a time of, should
No.
I add my boobies to it? Do you need
Mhm.
another photo?
Hmm.
Yeah, and people
Mhm.
also need to recognize that if someone video recorded you without your consent, that's a crime.
It is.
You
It's a
can record
crime.
that, and the
Listen.
person can get arrested and spend time in jail. But because of lack of knowledge, some people don't know and they allow themselves to become
Some
victims.
people still want their integrity intact.
Mhm.
Intact. Once you admitted to not do your due diligence, that's when your integrity and your shame and everything shattered.
Most
Hmm.
What
definitely.
what what has orgasm got to do with integrity?
Thank you.
You
Thank
girls,
you.
man, you're
What
too
has orgasm
much.
got to do with
So you have
integrity?
come already. You enjoyed it. So be it. It's out there. Oga, bring it out. Do you want
Bring it
some
out.
more? That ends it for you.
That's true.
That
Mm-hmm.
ends it because you can never look. They'll blackmail you. You'll pay them. They'll come back with because they've got it. You won't win. So
Yeah.
any one of you or whoever is listening, if you find yourself in that predicament,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, after listening to us, I can see how.
I love Anita so
And
much.
it's like,
It's true. When you've worked in healthcare before, oh, all your naked things out there is nothing, you know?
That's
That's what I said. It's just a bit of clitoris, some labia, minor, major. What exactly is it? Is it the fluid or the what is it really?
Some boneless flesh.
Boneless flesh. Please put it out there.
I
You
think
know.
a lot of women out there, they lack of self love, self esteem, self esteem, self value, self respect. Like a lot of them are insecure, right?
We are
Mm,
pretentious. We are
Exactly.
pretentious. We want
And
to call the things that are not as though they were.
mhm.
Do you get
And
what I mean? We want to package things that
that
are
mhm,
not. Who are you packaging to? Everyone has issues.
mhm,
So you don't have to be the madam. Like there's no
right.
competition.
Mhm.
Do you understand? What people have to understand that you don't need to package anything for
That's
mm,
anyone. It's pointless.
mhm.
That is what causes all this.
Yeah.
I will
And
digress a bit. Just like Korobidi, she told us she had a doctor husband and everything. Proper packaging. The
yeah.
next minute, doctor has taken my money. You are crying.
hmm.
Do you get what I mean? Keep it
Yeah.
real. Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Once the person realizes that this girl, wait, she's already half there in the asylum, they wouldn't bring those nonsense on you.
Most definitely. I
Do you
mean,
get what I mean?
a lot of them focus mostly on societal, like, what
Yeah.
societal thinks, but it's about you. So you have to do everything about your pace. For me,
Yeah.
like, I don't focus on what other people think of me because,
No.
like, sometimes when I talk to my mom and some friends, they become um, defensive, and I'll be like, listen. I really don't care what other people think of me because they don't take care of me, they don't buy me clothes, they don't feed me.
Yeah.
I am me. So if I see something, I'll say it. As long as you come, you see, when you see the snake, snakes are fearful of human. Human are
Mm.
fearful of snake. If you don't step on their toe, they will not bite you.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
that's how I am. Like, just leave me be. If I don't come and bother you, don't come bother me. And if I'm stating my mind, don't tell me how I should think.
mm,
Because your mind and my mind is totally different. A lot of times I use this when you go on social media. Sister Sika Educate will post something up. You see, some people use the like, some people use love, some people use hug, and other
Yeah.
people wow. Why is that? Because we all have different type of emotion.
Mm.
that's true.
You don't know how people use emojis based on what they feel.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So I can't go and tell Sister Bless Beyond said, don't use like
You
because
won't even think about it, darling. You won't think about it.
that that's ridiculous. The fact that within our society, everybody wants everyone to think the same way that they think, but it's
Yeah.
not possible,
It's true.
right? But then most majority of people focus mostly on societal norm. And
Yeah.
when you do that, you set yourself up for failure.
It's
Mm.
true.
Mm. Mm.
It's
Mm.
true. I want to come to each one of you one by one and like in a few minutes, just wrap this up so we can all go. Let's be unbelievers. I'll start with you. Based on everything you've heard from this particular story with the Empress, what would be your advice to any young person listening to us?
With someone who is in the kind of Empress situation,
Yeah.
something like a passport doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the government. So you need
Okay.
to report it missing.
Okay.
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 So that's
Okay.
one thing. Another thing is, if they're blackmailing you with anything, especially your news, they are more than welcome. Once they show it, then what? And then you try to be confident in yourself. And I'm going to quote the Bible. In God's time, He makes all things beautiful. You
True.
cannot chase things and pretend. Enough of the
Mm-hmm.
pretending. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
wash, you don't wash. You don't cook, you don't clean, you don't clean. But if you go and pretend you cook, you clean, you wash, and the person accepts you for that, you're going to be washing and cleaning even with your 5 kids. You
That's
cannot
true.
stop. So keep it real, keep it moving. Thank you.
Okay. I'll come to you next, Sister AB. What is your 2 cents on this whole issue?
Okay, for me, I think I'm going to go with Auntie Blair, what she said.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think the deed has already been done. When you pay them, they don't delete those photos. They still have them in their archives. So you keep paying, and at long last, they are going to let it out at some point. The day you don't have enough to pay, they are going to let it out. So my motto to go right now is: who threatens a dead man with a ghost? It is only what you fear that people used to threaten you.
That's
So
right.
once they say they're going to let it out, let it out. In just one, people are going to talk about it for maybe just for about a week, and it's gone. Yeah, let them
Powerful.
send it out. Don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Because if
Sister
you're not
Jodo.
careful, you're going to rip your bank account off. You're going to take loans and stuff, and in the end, it is still going to get out.
Yes,
So
it's
don't
true.
pay.
It's true. Don't pay the blackmailers. Sister Jodo, you're next.
Okay, thank you. I will say, like, do not give your power away. At any point, blackmailers and scammers, their tactics are the same way. So when someone takes your nude pictures or videos and threaten to put it on social media, you need to report them. And once they do put it on social media, you take that evidence and you bring it. And just allow the officials to take care of it. I mean, it's really a shame that sometimes you have people who would do anything to kind of get money from you. Those are the lazy people. So it's like, don't allow people to treat you anyhow. And you cannot rush to get into relationship, because we do have a lot of people, they will leave one relationship or they struggle going into relationship. They will jump into a ship. They don't ask where the ship is heading, and then when the ship is in the middle of the ocean, then they turn around and ask somebody, where are we going? I mean, you cannot be blindly going in places without you knowing it. We People go through a lot of things, but we have to be vigilant on social media. We have pedophiles, molesters, rapers. We have bad people on social media on every platform. So you have to, be critical thinker. Don't just fall for anyone. You be a giver. But being a giver does not mean that you should not use your mindset, right? Don't be stupid. Stupidity is not, nobody's born with stupidity. It's a behavior learned. So just be careful and don't post for naked pictures. I mean, like, I don't care if I love you, whatever. I will never post a naked picture for my husband, even. And he knows that. I mean, why should I do that? You see what you see. So what else is new?
Mr. Kwamwa, coming to you. Are you there? Mr. Kwamwa in the house.
Can I say one more before we go to Sister
Yes.
Yeah, but
Chiamwa, if you get
Yeah.
her?
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, from what Auntie Adra Odo just said, that you don't send it to anybody. What I would say is don't even keep them on your phone, because someone can
Mm-hmm.
take your phone and send it to their phone. So
Mm-hmm.
don't even take pictures like that with your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it.
You're right. If you get stuff in US, you get stuff and that is found on your phone, you will be charged.
Yeah.
You'll be charged for having your best suit on.
No, yes, I mean that's seen as porno,
Is it
pornographic.
their best suit? Is it for them?
This is my birthday suit, oh. I can't wear my own birthday suit. Eh? Where can I hala
Eh,
be?
Pornographic. Eh?
okay, it's considered as pornographic material.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
With some
I
of us
wonder
won't
how
come to
people
the
do
States,
it
so.
though to get a full body.
Oh, Ekwamwa, we're ready for you. Eh?
Sorry, guys, I had to catch an Uber. Um, so thank you for everyone for sharing. That goes to everything that I would say before we go offline. Is we have to be very careful the kind of things we're putting out there. We have to be careful the solicitation is coming to us. We need to know how to block any unwanted solicitation
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
because we don't want to become victims.
Hmm.
And as we are laughing and joking about this, there are people who have lost their lives as a result of these things,
I
right?
know.
So it's important that we do,
Sorry, how
we
do we
are.
block it? Can you teach us
Oh,
how to block it?
so you know what? I'm gonna teach. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to Sika on the side, and we're
Hmm.
actually gonna be. I'll take control, and we're actually gonna put a PowerPoint presentation
Okay.
and
I
do an
think you
actual
should. I think there was
live.
someone on there who said people were coming into her IM.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think this is the future. That, we're going to do all of that. We're doing all the platforms. We're going to do it in such a way that we will announce it way in advance so we can have a lot of
A lot
engagement
of people.
because it's very, very important that
Okay.
people know how to do their privacy settings. It's
Mm-hmm.
very important how to block people, both on WhatsApp, Facebook, and WhatsApp. And then also we're going to do where, like, we have a visual on how you spy and see if the person is worth your attention or the person really got to go before they even said I you even engage them in more than 3 or 4 sentences,
Can
right?
you teach how to
Because
cast them out before blocking them?
yes, we will do all of that.
Yeah,
I'll
you
work
can
with
do
that
that.
to Sika, and then we can do that in the new year because
Okay.
currently I'm out of town. So once I get back, Sika, we will work on that because this is
Okay.
really, really
Sure.
important that we teach people because either one of us have known someone who has become a victim of this
Oh yeah.
social media fraud,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's not even that, even the kids are also being bullied. So this is something we need to educate ourselves so we can educate our own children, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So it's something that's very, very important. We even need to teach it even in our women's group at church,
It's
right?
true.
We need to teach it in our men's group at church, in our communities, because these are things that are hurting people. A lot of people are walking around hurt by being because they're ashamed to come out because
It's
let's
true.
not forget what Empress said. She said she was shocked to see some of her own colleagues were on this guy's phone.
Also videos on there. That
Our
means she's not
videos
alone.
also on there. She's not
Hmm.
alone, but she's the only one that is
Who
brave
has the
enough to come
boldness to
out.
come?
To come out. So, and we all
He's
know
been
someone
sleeping with
who
all of them.
Who knows? Who
all of them, but
knows?
he
I'm
has a means to
interested. Has he got
blackmail
two
me.
Probably.
Oh
golden
God,
balls?
sorry. He has a means to blackmail all of them. And guys, do you guys all notice that earlier on in the summer that
Oh, yeah.
Genevieve, right? All these things are all underlining things that show that some of these women are being victimized one
Mm-hmm.
way or the other. So nobody, no matter how smart, how beautiful you are, you can easily become victim. And the word is catfish. You can
Yeah.
easily be catfished. Okay? So we
Even
want
if
to
you
make
shine your eyes,
sure
you can be catfish.
exactly, no
When
matter
I
who
have
you
shined my
are,
eyes well, I can be catfish.
even if because you know what, it's just so funny when we teach the class, and we will have a class. I think we will also have one on Zoom for people who are really interested, so that we can really teach you. So you can now teach people on how not to be, even just with our regular everyday lives, right? Whether
Mm.
through the phone that we use, text messages, through email, we are all being fished up one way or the
True.
other. And it's
True.
very important that we understand how we can easily become victims,
Is it because,
right?
quick question, is it because we are desperate for friends? Do we need
Well,
Something.
friends?
the mo- and the thing is, that's the thing. A lot of people have lacked the sense of belonging, and they
Mm-hmm.
want to belong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we need to also teach people that there is ways that you can be loved,
Self-love.
right? Self-love, right? And sometimes the Bible says he who wants to be friends, he himself has to be friendly, right?
But must
So
you accept friends' requests? Must you? Do you
no,
need
you
friends
shouldn't.
that
You
badly?
shouldn't. You know what? Let me tell you this. Ever since the inception of Facebook, this is what I always told people. Everybody on my Facebook friends list, I know them personally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have random people on my Facebook page. It's just recently that when I came back, when I deleted my Facebook for about 6, 7 years, and then I just came back on Facebook because the time we started her program and stuff, and I just wanted to support her, and a few things came out like this. So just now that I'm like, okay, right, I'm very lenient about my Facebook.
Mm.
Before when Facebook started, every single person on my Facebook page, either I went to high school with, or I went to uni with, or you knew them from elementary or primary school. Nobody else that was on my Facebook that I did not know personally, on a personal level, that I've never met or I've never had an encounter with, right? So maybe some of us, that's how we need to do it, right?
Mm.
And learning about the privacy settings and all those things is what's not supposed, because the way you express yourself on social media can also make you very vulnerable. We just heard about a sister on TikTok.
Talk that a guy went backstage, now coddled her, now he's somehow scamming her into some sort of marriage, right? Just for him to come to the
Yeah.
United States. And we know what's going to happen
Mm.
after he enters
Hmm.
the United
Hmm.
States, right?
Hmm.
So these are
Yes.
things that
Mm-hmm.
we really need to educate people. And I say anybody can be a victim.
Yeah, so
Anybody. Let me
mm,
tell you guys a joke. Sika knows that I like politics, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So in 2015, the campaign manager, a lot of people actually have no idea why Hillary Clinton actually lost the election, because her campaign manager's emails got leaked.
Yeah, got leaked,
Okay,
isn't it?
it got
yes.
leaked. So
When they were snitching.
So John Podesta, who was her campaign manager, this guy, he's been a campaign manager. He was Bill Clinton's campaign manager. I mean, he's an old man. He knows the streets of politics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you know what happened? Somebody sent him an email in his Yahoo telling him that he needs to reset his password. He reset his password, and guess what? They got
Oh, so that's
all.
how it
Ooh.
That's
happened.
how it happened. Yes,
Oh.
I read those
Ooh.
emails. There is no way you read those emails and you go into the ballot box and cast a vote for her.
To
You
vote.
can't.
Okay.
You
Mm-hmm.
can't.
Ooh.
Right? So even though they
Ooh.
try to, but those of us who are really into the dark web, into the internet, like me, I always tell people, me, I read everything,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there's nothing else. At the end of the day, I'm like, there's nothing that she can ever say to convince me otherwise, right?
Mm.
So these are things that can happen to you, even in your workplace, how you
Yeah.
can safeguard yourself and all these things, right? This has been a great discussion, and I know we can go on and on, but ladies, I have a program at 5 o'clock. I have to
Thanks so
go. I
much.
love you
Thank
guys.
you. Oh, I have
Thank
And
a question.
you.
I have a
Mm-hmm.
question. Is
Go
it
ahead.
likely possible, because I have Juma me my mene baako ne ba baako he wa befriendly obi on social media. Akola no ama nipa na dada no no the social security. Etwitwa
yes, that happens.
Oh
Yes,
Oh
yes,
God.
yes, yes,
pictures of
God.
yes.
what they on my dress are common nipa no. And
Oh,
to
they're in big
like
That's how
trouble.
serial killers,
They're
It
in
serial
was
big
all
killers
trouble.
do now.
reported.
What?
yeah.
Mm, they're in
And
big trouble.
last year bronya akrɔmfoɔ baa fie hɔnom a nka nsa bɛɛ ma akora mpo no ɔmo atwa ne nsa
Oh.
ɛyi
Oh.
akora no information de ma nipa a wɔnim no through social media nti me feel sɛ
This social media do you know?
aha wɔnim no
Mm.
but watimi adaadaa akora na ɛna akora na ma no information a he should never give out to anybody nti
Yeah.
awofo no
Anybody.
ebi mu nkyerɛ wɔn mba nneɛma bi sɛ
How
ne
to
bɛma
protect themselves.
Usa uma
So,
menka, papa di menka, uska dress menka. Don't give any information. It's a red flag. Until now, we do so wow, mama electronic,
Yeah,
AOP social media account, and then they don't even monitor them. Until
exactly.
your friend is saying information and mama just any papa ni mo mu fie corner bia bibi a ko ya
Yeah.
Wow.
the information.
Easily trusting, isn't it? I think we are
Yes,
Yes,
easily.
because
that's
it's a
Yes.
child.
My policy,
Yeah.
my policy in life is guilty until proven innocent.
True.
mhm,
For me,
Mhm.
I'm opposite. The
mhm,
main way to say everyone is innocent until proven guilty.
most
Mm.
definitely.
Guilty. That's
Mine
it.
is the other way around.
Mm-hmm. You
When you
have to
have that
start from the
mindset,
premise of they are bad before they prove
yes,
that they are good. Yeah.
yes. So
Guilty.
for me, it's two
Mhm.
things: the why, what, where. Reset your password.
Mhm.
Why, what,
Yeah.
who, and
Mhm.
guilty until proven innocent.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
gives you time to think. Who
Most
is this
definitely.
person? Why are they asking me to do this? Why are they commanding me? Who are they to command me? Where are they? What is their background?
Mhm.
Okay? So if you
Yeah.
have that mentality, say, because the Bible says the heart of man is desperately wicked.
Desperately wicked.
Above
Mm.
all, I'll say above all things,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
the heart of man, the first thing you're doing is bonny, bonny.
Mhm.
So if you take people from that angle and we
Mhm.
stop being naive and being all nicey nicey because
Mhm.
we want to take Miss Nicey World Cup of the year, it would cost you.
That's
It
right.
comes with a cost.
That's right.
Protect yourself. So
Mhm.
where, why, guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
The person needs to prove themselves.
That's right.
Even if it has to take like what 5, 10 years,
Mhm.
Mhm.
the Obia only good intentions would get frustrated by you.
Yeah,
That's
because they
correct.
can't pretend for
Only
that
time.
long.
Yeah.
I'll give you an
Opportunities. You don't have time
example.
to wait.
I had someone
Yeah.
on Facebook who requested, yeah, friend request, right? And we're thinking, I've done this request for years. You haven't accepted my friend's request. And he kept going and going and going. He kept complaining about it. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, but why are you so? Because there are thousands of people online.
Why
Why
must it
me?
be me?
Yes, thank you. What do you want from me? Do you get what I mean? Once you start asking those questions, then you'll not be in a hurry. Do you actually need all those friends, like 2,000 friends?
No, you don't.
Especially if you're not
No.
doing a live program and it's fetching you money, do you actually need them?
Mhm. No.
6,000 friends that you don't know. So where, why, how? Anything personal you don't want to know. Is not bringing you money? Is the person bringing you money? Is it paying your bills?
Mm-mm.
Why engage? That's how I live my life, guilty until proven innocent. So if you guys girls think I'm a bit of a bitch, then sorry. Sika, I know. These are my principles.
No, it's not about you being a bit of a bitch because as you were explaining it, I understood, right?
And that
I've
bitch
seen
be
you.
brave.
Yeah, I've seen you all over the place on your friends and loved ones, social media platforms. You say a lot of things, and I'm thinking, oh, Bless
Collected.
Beyond Believe and I are very like-minded. We're all whatever people. We're
Yeah.
all professionals. Oh, I want to friend. Let me send you a friend request. But if you haven't accepted it, why would I be upset? I see you all the time.
So what am I saying?
Uh huh.
But those are the principles. Just because you find the person in your one say it could easily be deceived. Because I
Yeah.
speak, we have similar mindset. Great minds think alike. So it's easy to get attracted. Saying like post. You are the engineer.
Oh,
Like
what's
post
the
attract. Is that correct? I don't know.
like
Like post
mindset? Oh,
attract.
there's something like that. Yeah, I should get attract each other. Yeah.
Do you get what I
Should
mean?
do.
So it's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the way this
Yeah.
person talks. Oh, let me friend request her. But you've only seen
Mhm.
what a little percentage of them. There might be your
Mhm.
nemesis. There might be actually a pain in your ass, but you've only seen what they want you to see.
That's true.
Mhm.
Do you get what I mean?
Hmm.
That is not enough
Yeah.
to want them as a friend. Do you automatic?
I think I'm now getting where
Mhm.
you're going with this because I think, say, in our African thinking, our definition of friend, and I'm glad you've brought this point up, is different from the Caucasian's mindset of a friend. And
Yeah.
when I was born in England, I went back to Ghana. I'll say I did all of my formative years back in Ghana, right?
Mm.
And I went back to England as a young adult. through with university, I whatever, and I found a job. And the people that I worked with, the company that I worked in was actually a family-based company.
Mm.
The father is at the top with his wife, then there's the son, and the other people are friends of the family. And I was the only person in my color scheme in that company. Very
Acquaintance.
small place. So we have Christmas dinners and all of that, potluck. You all bring whatever you can. And very easily you start to feel that these are people I spend 90% of my time with.
Their
They
family.
are my friends.
So your
Please.
family
Right?
knows.
I felt that way.
Mhm,
No, and I
mhm,
was the only one. I lived in this village, Henley in Arden. Those of you who know where Warwickshire is, it's one of those
Mm.
tiny villages along the way. I was the only person.
mhm,
Minkwana Michelle Brofuintem, and these people were there. I
mhm.
was hospitalized. They all came, and so I felt,
They're
these
just
people
being
are.
nice.
I know they are.
One,
They are my family.
yes. Once the office is closed, they don't have a relationship with you.
And now one more point, one
Mm,
better
okay.
one way in any other enjoy.
Mm, mm.
Mhm, mhm,
Do you go that? But that's interesting him. Interesting him there. The
You
few
know.
mhm,
seconds you think you know the person. I've spoken to them
mhm,
over and over on social media, so I know them. You don't know
mhm,
jack shit about them. You need
Mhm.
to do
no.
more investigation. If you really,
Mhm.
Mhm,
really want them as a friend, what is your definition of
mhm,
a friend anyway? What are your standards?
Mhm.
mhm, mhm, mhm,
What are your standards?
mhm,
Yeah? Do you know them enough to
mhm.
open up your life? Do you get what I mean?
To them,
Ebina, that's what
yeah.
Pastor P is saying. I was very shocked to see
And
that a
sometimes you
certain
want to be
guy,
their friend, but you ask
yeah,
yourself, do they also want to accept you as a friend?
good, good,
Yeah.
and that's the point.
Yeah, but even the one who wants to be your
Yeah.
friend, they don't even know that they want you as a friend.
Hmm.
Because it's
Friend.
it's social media. And once I will click it, click like, click
Like,
share.
mhm,
What if me share now at the end of the day you are like we want to kill you?
mhm, mhm.
At the end of the conversation, if the conversation ends up say was someone kidnapping me,
I
it
do.
means I'm condoning to it, right? Mama me way. Are you getting where I'm coming from? But it's
Of
a
course.
norm. You
Yeah.
accept friends.
Then you
It's
are no longer a victim, you're a participant.
thank you.
Mhm,
So why are we sharing even before we've had the discussion?
Mm.
But that is their thing. Share, like. What exactly am I liking? Am I liking the fact that at the end of the conversation, I'm obey yummy? And not I'm obey arrange you say you're kidnapping me. Are you getting the analogy?
yes.
Do you know where I'm coming from? So
Yes, I
you need
do.
to think through
Mhm,
things. You just don't do things because you are asked to do them.
yeah.
Think through them first.
Mhm.
Well, unfortunately, I've got a very weird mindset. My thinking is quite different from.
No, it's not weird. It's not
No, but
weird.
it's to protect
It's
and
not weird.
safeguard yourself.
Thank
And if a
you.
lot
Exactly.
more of
You
us
have
were
to
like
question
that,
the
the world
motives
would be a,
behind
a very better
everything.
place.
Because it's easier. You know
Exactly.
what I
Question
find
the
out
motives
is
behind everything.
it's easier than going back to pick up the pieces.
Mhm,
Because picking up the mistake if you can prevent it now, is much better than going back
mhm,
to pick up the pieces. All
mhm,
right, I'll give you an example. Like I was saying to Evelyn the other time about TPP. I'm like, when something comes, you can relate to it. Or especially things with religion.
Mhm.
You have questions already in your head. Someone comes with a new phenomenon, something mystical. You're interested. You can relate to it. You jump onto it. And then in the middle, you find out that actually this is another Jimmy Jones. But then because you already had questions about creation, where did God come from? Well, this could not be, I mean,
mhm,
the wrong body. Once a person comes up with those ideas, they've learned one or two things about mysticism, Gnosticism, and they're like, wow,
mhm.
they're speaking sense. Well, I can relate to this person. They have a similar mindset as me. You jump on it, and the
Very good.
next thing you realize that the person actually is someone who is channeling certain spirits in their bedroom. What do you do?
Mhm.
Mhm, yeah.
And that's what most of us do. We come back and say, "Me and I'm kind of boy, I'm out."
Mhm.
But that's you wasting what 2 years of your
Of your life.
life, which you could have easily
Very
avoided by doing
avoided.
just a
Mhm,
teeny tiny bit of research,
mhm,
just a teeny
mhm,
tiny bit. Obian fa
mhm.
to end now, so Sika say
It's true.
be
No,
friends
no.
now, do this now. No,
No.
You've got choices, choices,
Hi.
choices. Love yourself enough.
No.
Take a minute, ask questions. It would save you 1 minute. No, 1 minute, pet. Before you click anything, say anything, take a minute. Madam Asipa.
Thank you so,
Okay,
so
may
much.
share. Yeah, what time enough for me to share Adibako synonymous to what blessed beyond
Oh,
belief
yeah, yeah, yeah.
attire,
Please do. Please do. Go ahead.
Adibako crying is so interesting. Like, I catch me attention. You say when somebody brings something to you,
Mhm.
because you already have an idea, you have information. No, a boy to me interrogating whatever those people are bringing, but who people that don't have information, whatever is sold to them, omujitum, and that's where omo downfall about. I have mutual friends that dated for 5 years, and the guy just broke up with the lady. That was in September, and got married to a different lady in November. They see
Hmm.
any. The guy is in the UK right now. The lady is in Ghana. They were dating in Ghana before the guy in a bar school last
Mhm.
year. And the
Mhm.
lady was very supportive to the guy in the urban on the fees, crowd, they were living
And the boy
together,
and the
they were
parents will
sharing the
run.
rent and the bills. The parents, the parents, yes. And see,
I don't
they
feel
were
sorry for
living
her.
together and sharing some of the bills and stuff in Ghana and son a guy in the urban. But the guy
English
is an
show.
engineer. Oh, you can
English
say,
show.
oh, I'm sorry. The guy is an engineer. Oh, UK. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
And because he's going to complete and he doesn't want to go on the post study 2 years visa, something like they give to them so that you can find a job. So I think this healthcare something was open in the UK where you get a 5 years healthcare visa or something. But the lady he was dating back in Ghana, no, is an accountant, and she's a very smart lady. Like I know the guys that were dating, so I know the guy is very smart, and the lady is also very smart. And
Book smart.
he can't use this lady. He was going to marry her, whatever, but he knows he can't use this lady. Get her into the UK and have her get the healthcare visa that is supposedly, I think, for 5 years, so that he can transition from his student visa and then go on to. He doesn't want to go through the sponsorship where companies are going to recruit him and stuff because it's also like it looks like impossible. So when the lady gets in after they get married and the lady gets the 5 years, then he can switch from a student and then go on a dependent visa. So then his work visa or something is open. He's not tied to any healthcare job or something like that. And then he realized the lady is smart enough that when he marries and bring the lady in, even in at the moment when the lady agrees to take those healthcare visa, it won't be long when the lady will say, "No, I can do this. I want to go back to my accounting program," and then do one. So he found out it's very, very difficult. So now his interest comes into play. Then he found a way to say, "Oh, this lady talks back at me when I talk, da 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 da." Da. And he finally broke up with her in September and then married a different girl who is a nurse in Ghana. But that lady is very stupid and dumb. From the conversation I have with the guy, I just know this lady, she doesn't talk. She's so like
Mhm.
maybe
Very
naive. I don't know the
malleable
word
to
to
what
use
he
is naive.
wants to use her for.
Exactly,
Oh.
exactly. She has no say. So the guys is also like, oh, music I mean kind of bro for like chi. Now no yet there. So those guys
Mhm.
that they will talk about
Sweet
politics, they will
talkers.
talk about the
Mhm.
office stuff, and then you have no information. That's the word. The lady is quite reserved. She doesn't go out. So when you're talking about politics, she can't talk about it. When you're talking about entertainment news, she has nothing. Because she doesn't know what to say. So I'm a guy and I dominate a lot. So he's finally married a lady last month. So he's going to file and the lady will join. The lady will go on to the healthcare visa. Then he will rather switch, be either dependent. And that's how the relationship ended. So sometimes you can be good, but if you don't have information, people are going to use you. He ended a 5 year relationship because he wants to use somebody and
Good
he got a perfect
riddance.
victim. Yes.
But that's not really a loss, is
That's
it?
it.
But the girl should be thanking God, though. She should go to church now.
But yeah, because no, this guy is
Eh,
It's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
he
thing.
painful.
he he still
I'm
he still
sure that
speaks
he's
highly of
always
the
been a
lady now,
user.
Adechi, because he
Yes.
knows the lady is good. He always talks about the lady, even though he's married. He still says, "Ah, girl, wait there, and call a good asset, man,
But they
she's a
don't
nice
want
girl.
good,
I know she
really,
can
you
raise
know.
kids, she can do that."
Hmm.
But because of his interests,
Yeah.
you
Yes.
It
know,
the interest always comes first, isn't it?
He's a user. He's
exactly.
a
Mm.
user.
So
Mm-hmm.
the
He's
girl should
probably
be
to use
thanking
that
God now.
lady too as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
Yeah. He's,
the girl
he's a
should be
user.
thanking God. 5
Oh, but
years.
new girl doesn't know what is going on in the UK. Into honestly, I accept the offer to be a
Yeah,
wife and
don't
then
worry.
move
She's
from
gonna
Ghana
come
and
and
stuff.
then her eyes will open and then she will leave.
Oh
But she needs a
God.
husband. I mean, everyone has their what they're looking. Some people want someone wants a character, someone wants a husband, someone. So what works for you? Do you get what I mean? Someone wants someone they can
Yeah.
sleep with, a permanent partner they can sleep with. Do you get what I
Mhm.
mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it depends
Yeah.
on what floats your boat. So
Mhm.
sometimes it's not all that bad. It's only bad when you don't have a game plan.
True.
Mhm.
Some just want
Mhm.
a man for babies. Someone, I mean, you
Mhm.
have to be mature to a certain level to be at that
Yeah.
level where you're like, okay,
Mhm.
I can do everything. I just need those sperms. Or maybe I just need someone to warm me up.
Oh, that's true.
So
Mhm.
nothing
Not
else
lying.
matters. So you are
Mm,
cutting your losses.
Mhm.
yeah.
So it depends on,
Mhm.
I just need a husband to show off. Or I
Mhm.
just need a ring.
Mhm.
So it depends on
Yeah.
exactly what you want.
Mhm.
But then you have to make that overall choice before you
Mhm.
settle. Because maybe you want a ring and then you realize that actually the ring comes with slaps.
Mhm.
Look at this. So I'll let Bless Beyond
Yeah.
Believe this with this one because me, I can't. I can't.
What's he saying?
Please read it for me. Sometimes when you are so smart, it intimidates the men. Most men feel insecure around the smart woman. They know you won't just take any nonsense. Well, then we're not
Oh, that's
compatible, are
true.
we?
Yeah. Rubber
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd rather be
That's
smart
true.
than be stupid though, isn't it?
Hmm. Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
intimidated, you're not a man. You need a bit of growing up to do. You're still a boy.
Growing up to do.
Yeah. So actually the women should be scared of you and leave you to do
Mhm.
your growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because if you need someone who can wash and clean, it means you can't still afford a cook and a cleaner.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can't have a cook, a cleaner, a child minder,
Mhm.
a baby producer in one
Mhm.
person,
Mhm.
a career woman. So if the person
Mhm.
is smart, it's actually an advantage for you. But because you are not matured enough to handle it, I think you should let go. Because that will frustrate you. And go and get someone who is less smart, who just
Mhm.
wants to be a housewife and to be babysitting you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to have a smart woman. You get someone who is going to match you boot for boot. They're going to
Mhm.
challenge you. You're going to make a beautiful family, which is going to progress.
They have issues with it. I listened to Sika's. I think you made a video maybe yesterday or the day before yesterday. You were talking about submission. That is where they
Mm-hmm.
have an issue because
Hey.
it's not even
No, but when
Mm.
someone is asking for
they
submission,
just hate it.
they shouldn't even ask for submission.
You
Those are boys.
you right away know who they are. Yeah, they are bullies. Yes, they are just bullies.
Those are boys.
They leave children to you. Yeah.
No
This
man
English
asks
lady
for
will kill
submission.
me.
Look,
Mm-hmm.
with the matured man,
The only Bless Beyond Believe. Oh, come on.
with the matured man, you will be submitting without
Mm-hmm.
even knowing you're submitting
Oh yes,
Be
that's true.
submitting.
Because
because
he
they
has
are
to love you
Mm-hmm.
switched
first.
on.
Yeah.
They are switched on. They are doing their duties.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They won't. You would never hear the word submission. You'll be submitting like this, back
Now,
to back to back,
Yep. Yep.
without even knowing. Maybe
when
small small boys.
when I hear the word submission, I cringe because I feel like it has to be respect. When
Yeah.
we're
Hmm.
When you
respecting
hear
each other, we're actually
submission,
submitting to each other.
when
And
you
yet
hear
I cringe. I'm
submission,
like, why?
those are boys. If you hear someone saying submission, they are commanding. They want a cleaner. They want a cook. They want. Just know that this you just run. You just
They
run.
want they want a slave.
Don't even have a yes. They want someone who can continue from where their mom left off.
Oh,
Mhm.
auntie, more work required.
Thank you. And that one you can't come back and cry. And he's not helping you with
Yeah,
the kids. Nipa Nakasa, he's a kid
I know.
already. And you're
He's
going
a
to
kid
take him on.
already.
Do you get what I mean? You cannot cry.
Yeah.
You just have to allow them to grow. Like we are intimidated.
Grow.
We are intimidated.
Hmm. No, no, no,
Like
no. Just go.
really, go get a bit of growing up and then come back. And I said,
And then
get
come back.
someone in your lane. Do you get what I mean?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Don't go for things. And strangely, they like things that are smart.
Nanka, they want to eat
Oh
that cake
yeah,
and
they
have
do.
it. That's
They
that's
do.
it.
They are attracted
They
to
do.
smart Strongly opinionated
Smart
women.
women, exactly. I was talking to one guy in Ghana, and then I found out, say, this guy has nothing to offer.
Yeah.
Just that he works at GNPC. And that's just it. He has
Oh,
nothing more
have
to
you
What
ever
offer.
is
been to
GNPC?
No.
What do
GNPC
they do at
before?
GNPC?
Ghana
Oh, it's not this
Petroleum.
oil
What is it?
petroleum company. Ghana
Uh,
Petroleum Company or
What does
something.
that
Yeah, Ghana
mean?
Petroleum
Like,
Company.
what does someone working there mean?
I don't
hey,
even
he
know.
has
Oh,
clout too.
to most people, like, yeah, your status. So when you work for these multinational, like these big companies in Ghana, no, it's a big thing for people. And
Oh,
see,
really?
I probably think he thought
Uh,
Semi attracted. And then after talking to him for a while, and I realized that there was no substance. Then one time he asked me a question, "Mommy, do you know why I love you?" I said,
Mm.
"No." I say, "Because you're beautiful." I'm like, bro, that was the day I cut everything,
Yeah.
because this is actually not sustainable. I have
No.
seen people at their worst and stuff, and if the only reason why open me, it's because no, yes, sir, I'm sorry, because my value as Abina and my value as a woman is more than a hofe.
Because normally they don't
Actually,
even
when
know
I talk to
exactly
you,
what they want. Do you get what I
that's the
mean?
what
truth.
they want, that's it. That's the point, yeah.
Usually, and
And he thinks he
unfortunately,
has to show somebody to the mom. It's time for him to introduce somebody.
because
And this
that's
guy,
what you want to
I'm
hear,
saying,
though, isn't it?
exactly, he's 38, and I'm like, bro, I'm not even
Why is he
like
so
me. I'm not
single?
even in my mid-30s. And 38, you're talking like this? I'm
Why is he
sorry.
so single?
At 38,
But no, but the thing is,
it's because he's stupid.
Men don't grow as fast as women do. They don't mature that
But
quick.
they
That's
don't
true.
mature. Yeah.
So
But at
if
38, there's no
no 38,
excuse.
look,
At 38,
50-year-old. Have you not seen 50-year-olds crying on this social media before?
I have.
They don't mature that quick. Seriously,
last week, there was one that was crying last week.
is it? Yeah. So don't do age. Listen, what I'll say to you is age does not mean anything.
It's true.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
some old
38
foolish
for a
men.
man,
It's true.
38 for a man is like 20. No, seriously. No, seriously.
Unbelievable. God.
Have you not noticed?
Oh, bless me, unbelievable.
Look,
Maybe to some. No, to some. Let's
to most.
qualify it. Let's say some.
To most.
Most, okay.
To most. No, seriously. There's no depth to that conversation. Unless one can say you don't have any depth. Because
Yeah.
they don't even know the kind of future they want. They can't envisage it. It's just like, I mean, even when you look at kids, the boys are kind of more chilled, and the girls are yabby yabby yabby, aren't they?
That's true.
Yeah.
They don't grow that early. The brain is not matured, but unfortunately, we give them too much. Oh, he's a man, and then
He's a man. Too much credit, yeah.
yes, and then you put all your hopes, your dreams. Or he says I should stop work and let's build a family, and then you also stop. But he doesn't have a plan. Most of them they start having plans when they hit their 40s. Most of them don't have a envisage. I need one wife. How can they marry and in the middle they think, oh, I think I'm polygamous?
It's true. Somehow she's being
My
serious.
grandfather was polygamous.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think it runs in the
true.
family. Like it's an inherited trait.
Very true. What you're saying, what do you mean cattle? But I think that for the most I have also seen, most guys get married before they find themselves.
Yeah.
Most of them get
but
married
as soon
before
as they find
so it becomes a taggle.
they need someone else.
They need someone else. That's true. It becomes
that they
becomes
can
a taggle for the
that
couple
they found themselves.
to me. That's true.
So if you see a 38-year-old expecting, the expectation is too high, expecting that because I mean, even for him to say I work in GNPC, like those that work in the White House, what would he do if he worked in the White House?
We see most of them, when you strip them of their job, their cars, and the houses they've been able to acquire, Bibi and Ihobium. I mean, when I meet a man, that is how I make sure from.
What does GNPC mean?
No, to a lot of people, it means something like working for Tallow, working for those oil companies and stuff. But when you're coming to talk to somebody like me, but when you're coming to talk to me, I don't expect you to come to me with such conversations.
So,
because
do
when I'm
you
talking
automatically
to you, my degree doesn't matter.
Get to owe a share of Tallow marrying him?
Oh no.
So how does that affect?
No. No, some women actually want it. And they think that Obia is on that scale, Obia is on that level. They don't do their
Oh,
due diligence. Me, when I talk to some, before I become friends or something, like I engage with somebody, I like to listen to you, know
yeah.
what your thoughts are, and those stuff before I bring out my nonsense. If I know we are not on the same level, I pack my bag and I'm away.
It's
Because,
much better. Yeah.
but these guys, I think it's just their down no. So long as they have that thing dangling and they can do 2-3 minutes, oh, they think they are men. No.
Because that's
Orgasm,
what
you can
women
get it
talk
from
about,
anywhere.
though. I mean, if you go on our programs, most
No.
of them is about sex and sex. Because it doesn't take a lot of
Nah.
reasoning to talk about sex, does it?
Exactly.
So
Mm.
it's an
To
easier,
me, if I'm making the choice of a spouse, those things don't count. That is to me personally, because all of those things can be sourced externally. If I need a man to give me money and I'm settling for this man because it's probably because I have not met Obia or Wosika P. And I'm
yeah.
settling because when I'm now. The moment I find somebody that has more than you, I'm gone the next minute. If it is the orgasms, oh come on.
So
You
you be
can have
changing
them.
like every week then.
That is it. And for almost also no, when they meet people, they don't actually even listen. I mean, I deduce Miniama from listening. When
Yeah.
I look at you and those kind of things, then I know, oh, we're not going to say. But for them, I think everything goes. I remember one time I asked them a question, say, I don't think, sir, you've not dated in Ghana, because I am not in Ghana anyway. I don't think you don't have any girlfriends or stuff. Why don't you think say ubetinyenya ebi wo mu aware omo? Oh, omo nyina no.
But why is he
Enye.
single? Why do you think he's single?
Mm-hmm.
I think for him, if he wants to marry ono obi ti say ono a obenya bi, but onpe,
No, why do you
because he
think
knows
he's
he's not
really,
good.
really single? Do you really
I think
think
he's
he's
looking for somebody
single?
to save him. Yes.
Do
No,
you
yes, I
really
know he's
think he's
single.
single?
Yes, for that then I know he's single. I know his mom, like I know the family kakra. But I think he knows he's not good, so he's looking for somebody to rescue him.
Are
And
you
I'm not
are
ready to
you
play that
aware?
game.
Are you aware? Are you aware?
Mhm.
Sir,
Mhm.
there are married couples, right?
Mhm.
In Ghana
Yeah. Mhm.
who omo maame beso so omo so to get another wife from
Yeah.
abroad.
Oh yes, I know. But
Yeah,
for him, I know personally, he's not married. But
he's not
he
married.
knows he has issues, and so getting together with somebody
He's
like
got
him,
issues at
he's
38.
not going to go anywhere. Yes, he's got
Is
issues.
he infertile?
He's not grown up yet. For that, I don't know. I haven't tried him before. I haven't tried.
Bless me
But
your
now
belief,
I think what
please. Now.
the issues I'm talking
Oh, see,
about
that's
now
an innocent
has.
question. I'm just one. Now,
Oh
that's it.
yeah. I get. And I really like it. I think when I talk to him, when I'm introducing, I think the issues are what the brain, like me mentally or yare. But some people actually was slow with life. Like he has fears. And then when he sees me, he thinks I'm a strong person, I'm a strong woman, like
Fears
I am
about what?
going on. Mitimiko. Some people, they are scared to even grow up. They
Hey.
are really scared, almost sure what life is going to throw at them.
So
That
he
is what
lives
I
at
find
home
here
with
with
his
him.
mom, with his family.
Yes, he lives with the mom. Yes, he lives with the mom.
So why don't you just
But
Hmm.
the dad and the mom
leave
are
him
not living
alone with his
together
mom?
again. Oh no, I don't. I blocked him a long time ago. But
Yeah,
this is one example. I mean, person may share say people are
yeah,
looking for people to save them. Like they
yeah.
look at you as a strong woman, and oh, when I get married to this woman, she's going to take
But
care
they
of
can't
everything.
handle the strong one. They're attracted. Like I said to you,
They are
that
attracted.
like
Yes, they are
it's,
attracted. Yeah,
you get
yeah.
attracted to the person's
Mhm,
confidence,
mhm.
right? It's
Yes,
just like
yes.
most narcissists. Narcissism man,
Mhm,
that makes me there. They get attracted to
mhm,
confidence, but then they cannot
mhm,
handle you, so they start breaking you down.
Hmm.
mhm.
Do you understand? They are attracted to
Yeah.
that confidence,
Mhm,
but then
mhm.
by the time they finish with you, you'll be a shadow of yourself.
Upset of yourself.
Yes. So it's not a plus that ooh they like my strength.
Mhm,
No,
mhm, mhm.
because they don't have it, they're like vampires. They suck it out of you.
This okay, yeah.
Yeah. So you just have to be careful. You do a lot of weighing, but the thing is, you
Mhm.
won't find all the qualities in one person.
In one person. Mhm.
Do you get what I mean? That's when,
Yes, I
like,
do.
just like I said, like people realize that they're polygamous because I met
Mhm,
someone who has lots of bats and lots of boobs. So
mhm,
I like you for your smartness, but I like this person for their cooking skills.
The boobs and the other stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So it has to be your standards. What do you want in a
Mm-hmm.
man?
One, yeah.
Have you
Mm-hmm.
listened to Miles Monroe's Singleness?
No.
Go look for it. It'll give you a nice
Okay.
perspective on life.
Life. Mm-hmm.
Look for Creflo Dollars on Sika. What's that Creflo Dollar thing called?
Maybe I mean, she crap.
Yeah. It's those things you need to read them. Once you listen to Miles
Mm-hmm.
Monroe on Singleness on YouTube or whatever, and then that Creflo Dollar,
Mm-hmm.
the enemy named the title, but it's really, really insightful.
Mm-hmm.
Before
Okay.
anyone gets into a relationship whatsoever, they need to listen to that
Mm-hmm.
sermon.
Those
It's very,
things,
very
yeah.
important
Very good,
because
yeah.
the TS, to see OBI wild,
Mm-hmm.
people are desperate.
Yes.
People are desperate. So if you
Mm-hmm.
snooze, you lose.
You lose.
Yes.
You lose,
So
yeah.
no snoozing. Because
Okay.
unfortunately for me, I'm still going for deliverance, pity deliverance, tolerance deliverance. But Miss Foucault leave, sabbatical leave.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still not there yet. So no one should come here crying with tears.
No.
Yeah. You do your due diligence.
No.
And don't get, oh, I spoke to the mommy. Oh, the brother is so cute.
No, this one is cute.
Oh.
No.
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 You
And look
need
at
to
them, me
shine your
putting
eyes.
across just so say Obisu or yeah, Obisu be by me his cat block and then like long time ago. I'm not
Yeah.
even attracted. Yeah,
It's
when
all
you
right.
are
I
not
mean,
like
there are
that
some
now.
people who can chat nice. Do you get what I mean? It's nice to like while away time with them. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Without being sucked into it and getting married the following week, you can have a chat. They are nice to chat to. Do you get what I mean? You can
Yeah.
keep that. Yes. You don't necessarily have to block unless the person is so annoying, it gets under your skin. But then if you're bored, you want someone to just chat to,
Then you can, yeah.
yes. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Because I'm sure he also has someone there who he chats to. Because normally when
Chats
people
to,
are ready
yeah.
to settle down, it's not just you, my dear. There's a few of you that will
No.
jiggle, see which one will fit the role.
That's
We'll
true.
fit the
This
rule,
one my
yeah.
mommy likes,
That's
this one
true,
my
yeah.
mommy doesn't like. This one can cook.
Like,
This one is lazy.
like
Like
I
in
really
P,
don't like.
30p, in P out. That
This
kind
is
of
true,
thing.
too. True, too. Truth.
Yeah.
This is
So I
Yeah.
mean, we
very
all do it.
true.
Women do it, men do it. You don't just,
Mhm.
but it's your standard. What do you want?
One.
But the starting point, listen to Miles Monroe. Listen to Sika, have you found him?
There be men who I've seen a number of them, and
Something to do with what's your relationship with soap? He was saying something about typing, maybe something to do with soap. Because he was doing a preaching and he was like, you should ask them what their relationship is with soap.
okay.
Because not everyone
So,
likes to bath every day, you know that.
Every day, yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Abroad say they don't bath
Yeah,
every
okay.
day because it erodes the skin. Are you happy to sleep with Obi and Hobon?
No.
Are you happy with Obi or bisexual?
Yeah, you need to ask yourself all those questions.
Maybe
All
Obi
the
or no
exactly.
they want to be looked after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all those things, you think that it's normal. Like everyone, your house, everyone baths twice a day. So everyone else baths twice a day. But some people bath once a week. So these are discussions that most of us avoid because we want the packaging more. Oh, I met this doctor. He's so cute.
Wait until the doctor. Why will you? The doctor see.
Or a cycle. Yeah. So you have to be a bit more deep. You need to be a bit more deep.
Exactly.
There's no rush. If push comes, I do biological clock.
Biological clock. You freeze our eggs.
Thank you. There are no excuses. There are 1,001 things you can do. Do you get what I mean?
Questions to ask when dating. And Pastor Patience, they are to hold. Questions to ask when dating.
No. Switch on.
But Sika, before you go in to ask questions, no, one kata should know what you want. Because if you don't know, you won't even know what kind of questions to ask
Questions to
them.
ask.
So before
Yeah.
you go in there, you're prepared.
That's why, and I'm gonna say that's why Miles Monroe and Creflo Dollar and some of these people are a starting way. Do you get what I mean? They give you
Yeah.
ideas of the kind of things you should be looking out for, who you are
Out
in the
for, yeah.
first place. He talks about being single. Do you get what I mean? Being single, because
Yeah.
if you're single, you have your own job, you know what you want, you won't be clinging to someone's money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, the man has to take care of you, take care of your children, take care of your mother, take care of your father, take care of his own father. I didn't know
Oh boy.
because that's
Pack and
frustrating.
go.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I'm for pack and go.
But they
Pack and
take
leave
those
my house.
responsibilities on from the beginning. Obesho is school. Do you get what I mean? And then you become used to it. Or you chop money. Or you chop money. And then from there on, you become dependent. So you have to weigh some of these things. There's no rush out there, trust me. There's
No.
no rush.
I mean,
At all.
can you imagine a man being married to a woman whose parents has not established anything, and you have to take care of your in-laws, your in-laws' families, and sometimes I feel like some of the women from our country, they treat their men like they don't have a family, that in their home they have trees planted in there. I don't understand. Take care of myself and my family, and your family, you don't need to do that. But when he was,
That's a lot for the man.
what happened?
But you know
I'm
what?
saying that's a
I
lot even
listened to
for the
one.
man, yeah. And that's how they become abusive.
Yeah, I listened to one Ghana guy, and no, I say, and actually, me was moving into next to his flat, right? And then he was on live video and was like, "Oh, I'm going to make a panel." Yeah, she was parking, right? So in Comodia, oh, you are beautiful, you know, near the idea. And the girl kept saying, "Oh, I need help. The things are heavy and stuff." Also,
He
I'll help
wasn't
you.
listening. He hadn't heard.
No, he wasn't listening. But either way, at the end of the day, he was like, "Oh, I'll help you pack near there." He was doing live and telling us in tree, say, we are called panel. Like,
look at that.
And at the end of the
That is
conversation, he said to the
faithful.
girl, "Whatever you need, just let me know."
I think that there are some men who are really suffering because, financially they're being attacked.
How is he suffering? He said, "Whatever you need, let me know."
No, I'm saying, I'm not talking about that guy. Well, he asked for himself, but I'm talking about in some instances, it's a lot to have to handle, right?
That's because packaging. You from the word go.
Yeah.
Everyone should have, like, I'm not the one going to baby you. I'm not your mother.
True.
I won't replace. I don't intend to replace your mom.
That's true.
I'm your partner, right? I'm not your father. I don't intend to continue paying your school fees. Once those things are set, we are in partnership. We're going to help each other. We're going to support each other towards a particular goal.
Yeah.
That is what the relationship is for, period.
Yes. I have this friend who called me one time. She's saying that she doesn't have a problem supporting her husband. Like, when it comes to bills, it's 50-50. But then when it comes to the children, the husband does 10% and she does 90%. So she does not understand.
Why?
But she's happy with it.
Is the 40% of the sperm included in her 50%? I don't get it.
No, she's saying that with the bills is 50-50. But then when it comes to the children, well-being, clothing, and everything,
I know, but I'm saying, sir, 10%, 90% of sperm now fertilizing the egg. No? Did it come from her? You're not understanding my question.
I know, right?
No, if you're agreeing to do 50-50, why do 50-50 here on bills, and then on the other side you agree to 90-10? No.
Yeah,
it's because that you didn't have that discussion.
Exactly. Look, I told her, just take the children's part, and the men should take the bills part, because if you cannot do 50-50 in every
it's too late.
aspect, then
It's true.
She was being wife material. It's too late. Look, beginning, you know, when you put the things in the washing machine, they
Yeah.
dry it.
that's
Yeah.
right.
And then if you're cooking, they are cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to be wife material, cook, clean, serve,
You multitask.
you're multitasking. You want to get that ring by all
Yeah.
costs.
That's
Now
right.
you got a ring, you want to stop multitasking for who to do.
You are supposed to multitask and share role.
Yeah. I
Who
tell
are you
people,
sharing?
yeah, you're right. I tell people the foundation you
Look
build,
face. We are sharing.
Oh yeah, you share him. So continue, my dear. Continue. 50-50.
yeah,
10
You
90.
always start with the baby.
the
Yeah.
foundation you
The
build,
baby.
that's what is gonna get
Thank
worse.
you. Because most of them
That's right.
they haven't finished growing. Like I said, they are
Mm-hmm.
immature.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a Koladi sweet Ashen and Sana Ojibak.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to share. That is what they are used to.
That's right.
So what are you saying? The kids? What kids? You've
Hmm.
been cooking. You've changed. Why have you changed? I need another woman.
Well, have you changed? Yeah, the big. Yeah.
I need another woman because you've
Yeah.
changed. You're not wearing sexy lingerie
changed.
after cooking, cleaning, working
You
12
are not the
hours.
woman I married.
You are not the woman I married.
What's
I
your
need
other verse?
another
What you
woman.
got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't complain.
Yeah, she said that she recognized now that each time her husband needs some money from her, that's when he gives her a lot of compliments. And I was like,
Oh,
you kidding me?
she needs to end it ASAP.
That's
She
right.
can't.
needs
She
to.
needs the marriage.
She's stuck with it.
That Mrs. title is very important
To her.
to most women
Mm-hmm.
because it's a
Careful.
status.
That's what they're going to
It's
tread
a
on.
status.
Yeah, it's a status. Yeah.
It takes a different level of maturity.
Mentality, yeah, for you to be like, oh, wait, I'm in family cry.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
That's
Because
right.
having that title and not living up to that title, you're deceiving yourself.
Yourself.
Yes, certainly.
See, this is what Pastor P is saying.
And you can't fake it till the end. It will certainly give you out at some point.
Yeah.
Most women do though. That's what gives us the high blood pressures and all these mental health.
But they
Lay
cry.
your cards.
That's it.
Lay your cards on the table from day one.
And the thing is,
from day one, that's it.
One thing I need to tell you, mental health issues are on the rise.
Yes. Yes.
Just like physical health, you need to guard your mental health with everything.
Most definitely.
100%.
Because the diet, everything has changed.
Yes. Yes.
So the brain is in trouble. So
Most
anything that is going to affect your mental health, you stay away from it.
Yeah.
Away from
if
it.
it's negativity, if it's stress, it's whatever.
Yeah.
You need to choose your battles carefully.
Most definitely.
Because there's just a thin line between sanity and insanity.
Yeah. And those
You'll be ashamed.
You're gone. Yeah.
Those who
allow
cannot handle
someone.
it, they take their life.
Yes. So be careful out there. If you think something is giving you negative vibes, it's not by force. You are not a tree.
Remove yourself.
Remove yourself from it.
Yeah. And there's a guy who also called me. He's saying that each time he wants to get Soko Pim Pim, his wife will ask him to carry her around the house. He needs to be her host. So it's like by the time that the wife gives him the opportunity to have sex with her, he's already
30 seconds.
Cannot perform.
Is that their fetish?
That's because
I don't think we're in for a relationship.
No, he said he lost his job during the pandemic. So now,
okay.
So
he probably maltreated the lady while Abraham no was true. So the lady is paying him back. That's what I think.
Yeah, but why stay and waste your time, really?
And waste your time, though, yeah.
Why stay and waste your time?
Yeah.
Today I was reading something and the man was like, someone put a picture of a woman bathing a man. Wow. And there was a statement to say that this is what women should be along the lines of submission. And one man came and was like, I'm in hell. Like I'm actually living. He typed that he's in hell.
Wow.
So I went in there. It's hardly, I don't know. It was quite unusual of me. I went in there. I was like, oh, what is an angel doing in hell? And he was like, because obviously he's a saint. and the wife is the one giving him hell, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
That's right.
So I said, what is a whole angel doing in hell? They're like, oh, parenting and, I'm like, oh, that's so cute of you.
Angel being in hell.
Bless.
Parenting.
Yeah, one year, dear. Yeah.
So I said, gentlemen, you can do these parental responsibilities outside of hell,
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to keep staying in that hell unless it's not hot enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see what an angel who is very responsible will be doing in hell. You can still be responsible outside of hell. And then I left there.
And then, how do you guys feel about women who give their husbands, they schedule for soccer pimping?
I better keep quiet on this
What
one.
do you mean schedule?
Like,
Hey, Monday 8 p.m. to 9
relationship is
p.m.
transactional.
Tuesday 6 a.m. to 5
Oh no,
7:30.
There are different types of relationships.
Some
though.
of them are getting it monthly, once a month,
Okay.
or like once.
What are they even doing there?
No.
There?
There are different types of
What are you doing in there?
relationships. One thing we have to understand is there are different types of relationships. Like I said to you,
Ebi mo cry and cry tadie.
yes, you have to figure out what do you want.
That's right.
Do you just want the sex? Do you just want the krata? Do you just want the cuddles? Do you just want to chat?
Yeah.
What do you want? Because you cannot find everything in one person.
Yeah.
So what are your non-negotiables? What are your negotiables?
That's right.
Do you get what I mean? So maybe, what? Because of the kids, it's all about communication. We're going to stay in this thing. And then maybe once a month, I would just do you a favor and, give you a 2-minute something. Agreement is an agreement.
That's right.
Or we can all have, what do you call it? Whatever, other partners.
Okay.
There are different types of relationships.
Open relationship.
Open relationship. There's one that's called sticky relationship. There's all sorts. Do you get what I mean? The one Will Smith and the wife is doing, what's it called again?
Open relationship.
It's an open one.
There's a name. They are swingers. What's
Okay.
it? And they.
That's a disaster. Like, why would you have
How
that?
is that a disaster? Are you them?
Not like
They both are enjoying it.
You may have someone come and bang your wife that looks better than you. Or she's
but Michael Blankson or whatever. Saga and the guy.
Oh, that guy, they've been penning. That's what he's doing. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
so
he's doing.
And the partner is happy about it. What has PDD done?
Oh,
recently?
no, she doesn't. She doesn't want it anymore.
Oh, really?
She doesn't want it. Oh, yeah, she doesn't want it anymore.
She must want it.
She must want it.
Oh, she's stressing. She's really stressing about it because she's catching feelings. And Michael Blankson openly said to her, say, Adena, now she's gotten her feelings involved. That's what he told her. Now because she's gotten her feelings involved, she wants the roles to change.
Once
exactly.
You need to keep it going. You can't come out.
Thank you. Like I told you, what you start with, you need to finish.
Exactly.
What is PDD doing recently?
Oh.
She's saying she agreed to one and now it's about 3 a week and stuff. So she doesn't want it. She wants to stick to one.
No, you can't change your mind.
Well, I think most of the time they think, oh, I can get into it once we get married or get serious.
No,
and I can change it.
It's not happening.
You can change anyone.
See, PDD was with Obia Kokra. He was with Young Miami. The next minute, he impregnated someone else. He just had a baby recently. But the girl is still there because
we allowed them, yeah.
She's getting an allowance of what, $200 and something every month.
Wow, that's not bad.
And look, you reduce apparently.
You can.
So it's choices. If you want the money and the nonsense, you can take that one. You can take your integrity and your pride. You can. It's totally everything is in your hands.
Yeah, and
so there's no need crying. If you want the status and you want the. They call them fuck boys, don't they? Like the one that was screwing Empress up. But you know what? I think sometimes they like those toxic relationships.
Yes.
They like those aggressive. Yeah. One thing I've noticed that most of them don't like Mbemo Mohojo.
Yeah. So they can always
But I know,
play the
but I know
victim.
it's.
Like
I think it's got
especially
issues with
Ghanaian
the way
guys are
most of
quite
us
dull
grew
for
up.
them.
Oh, Ghanaian guys are
Mm-hmm.
too dull for a lot.
They like action. You see,
Yeah.
action. No
Action.
about no soon.
Ubona sumba. Now I was on a back.
Yeah, they like that. So with someone like that, you cannot even go all in,
Yes. They
feeling
like to
sorry
play
for them.
Yes, they
Now
you
Yeah.
know, Just Lover actually, Just Lover. I don't know
Mhm.
if any of you guys follow Just Lover. She's a blogger
Oh,
Is she a
in
she?
Nigeria. Is We don't know whether she's a he or a she. Anyways, nobody knows her identity. But what she was saying is like pretty much the summation of what she was saying. This is 50-50. It's like the dupe got duped, right? So for her, she's not feeling sorry for anybody.
They like
Not feeling,
that.
Any of
yeah,
that.
They
not
like
feeling
they
so.
enjoy those toxic
Yes,
relationships.
yeah, no,
Mhm.
yeah,
You can't really
no,
feel sorry for them because you should have
no,
reported, even if he's the head of state, you should have reported him once you came out to the police, because the passport is for the police, it's for the
Hmm.
state.
yes, it's for the states. Yeah,
And I mean, at this age and being a public figure, some of these things you should know. You
You
can't
should
be
know.
that naive.
yes.
Mhm.
And mind you, the thing is that the whole thing, the reason why this thing has even gotten muddy, I know we were talking about the very generic aspect of it, but the whole reason why this thing has even gotten muddy because on her phone, and I think that's pretty why the reason why she probably even came out on
Mhm.
her phone,
Mhm.
she too, because let's be honest, some of these girls themselves, they themselves are professional blackmailers,
You're doing things.
right?
Yeah.
They Some of
Oh.
them themselves
Yeah.
are like,
Yeah.
just like, they're Fia
Like the big men and
Schwarzeneggers
yeah.
and them, they themselves. So
Mhm.
she had pictures of her doing some pastors in Abuja and some prominent pastors in
Oh.
Nigeria
There's
on
always
her
more to it,
phone.
isn't there? Yeah.
Yes, just like the guy
That's why
whose
they
phone
can't
is
Mm.
they
that.
cannot come out. Most of them cannot
Yes,
come out because they've also got
yes,
issues.
they also got issues.
Yeah.
So
The
it's
scammer
all
got scammed.
the
Yeah.
scammer got
There's
scammed.
got
So this
cut.
is
Who
how it
watches the
is. Yeah.
watchman?
You can't
Yes.
really feel sorry for them. Most of them
Yes.
have like lots of skeletons in their closet.
They do have a lot of skeletons because most of them
Thief
don't
man,
know.
thief man.
Yes,
Because where are you going to
Mm.
meet that kind of guy in the first place?
yes,
Once that guy
because
hears you talking, he wouldn't even be attracted to you. You'll be
exactly.
thinking,
Yeah.
this
No.
girl, I cannot dupe
Mhm.
her as I want. She's
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
too for
Mhm.
me. Do you get what
Now,
I mean?
now
Mhm.
Nick Kenyon said that he's being stretched out thing because he said, "Well, we're 11, and he say no child support, no, they won't train."
How do you hear? Oh, Miss Man, though.
But he's got
When you
money.
eat apple, that's what happens. He doesn't know.
But he can do,
Mhm.
or he should go and just snip.
Men don't
Hmm.
like snip. Oh, hey,
It's
bless.
because you give them the
And what's
option
snip
not to
snip?
snip.
Have a
You give them
vasectomy now.
abrafone
Oh,
snip.
yeah, okay.
Abrafone they
Mhm.
snip.
Mhm.
Because one
Hmm.
you don't
African man, not yet. Obeka say na you could be.
add
So
it to
that
any
when
brony war
if
your
my
best
if
snip.
my wife if my wife and my children one day all drown in the sea, what do you want me to? You want
Those are
everything,
What do you
all
want
those
my
to
are
do?
excuses.
descendants
How
to
many
burn this,
abrafone
da da
war
da
they
da da.
snip?
Hmm.
How many abrafone
Yeah.
war they snip? See what has happened to
Mm.
Alaji Banda.
Let's not talk
Oh,
about that
that's
one.
sad. Yeah, that's another sad story.
They
That
will
one, yeah,
defend
you
it.
need another
Mm.
program for that.
We should. I think
Hmm.
we need
Mhm.
to discuss it. The benefits of polygamy.
Next week, that's the topic.
The numerous benefits
Mhm.
of polygamy.
They're numerous. And Saturday, who is available? We are talking.
I will be
Numerous.
I'm
available.
Okay.
available. I will
Numerous.
be available too
Ah.
We will
Yeah.
use
We
him as
can
case
schedule and we
study.
can just do
as
that.
a case study.
Next week,
Yeah.
Saturday. What time? What time?
I think same time we're good.
Same
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Same time,
Saturday, oh,
okay.
not Sunday.
Yeah,
Saturday.
I bet you butu butu.
Saturday.
We'll use
Mm-hmm.
him as case study.
Hmm.
Yeah. But we have to look into it a
Brother
bit more.
Solomon was assuming you're there.
What's it?
But what if he will be around?
Hey, Nanka. Oh, no. The way he enjoys this kind of talk, you don't know him.
No, it's really important. But we need to look into it. Like when he
Mm.
married the second wife, what
Hmm.
religion she
Wife.
is. Because I think Baba is Christian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the second wife is Christian. She's
Yeah,
Oh.
like
Christian.
a rabba
She's
premen,
Christian.
Yankasa.
Yeah, she's Christian.
What
Mm-hmm.
was the due diligence?
Wow.
So this was a bomb waiting to explode.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Close.
This is years of
Now,
see, can't understand when you've
one
got
thing I
something
also
in a
noticed,
tight
Years
container.
of enduring wahala. No,
and and one thing I noticed, I always say when one is the first wife and then they are bringing in the second and the third, they seem all to be smiling and stuff, but that's a
They
deep
are
down
not
they have
smiley
issue.
though. They are
Yeah.
not. They
They
don't
are not.
want it.
No,
My
sometimes you
neighbor.
see them smiling until say
No,
Alaji
no, no,
Banda
no.
issue. No,
It's
the
because
first one
of
is
the
actually
religion.
complaining.
It ties. It kind of like ties
Oh,
your hand, but you're not fully
you
happy
actually don't
about
want
it.
it, but yeah, you
Look,
find
my
yourself there and you
neighbor,
have
my
to.
Somali neighbor, Niknu Kowari Nancy, yeah, Wejano. And I'm thinking, Ujana saying, is it not part of your what's on your concept?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
recently, girl,
Mm-hmm.
first wife, no, new wife, no.
Mm-hmm.
Obia knew who
Yeah,
likes
Ghana
sharing.
case be a best friend. Yeah, that's
No one likes sharing.
Hmm.
No
Some
one.
people say they
But
don't mind though. Some people say they don't mind though.
yes,
Because only
Say it.
option.
Sis,
Bible see that.
I want to keke.
Look, religion, no, actually sharing.
Mhm.
What am I saying?
hmm.
Like the religion, like I said, like you have to be married before you.
Do the do. Do the
And
do.
that is what causes most of your problems.
So
You know,
people
they hide it.
are marrying not because they are ready for marriage, but because they want
Yes,
license to do the do.
yes.
They do. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
That is
Yeah.
religion at Chetri and more.
Mm,
So we can't really. No one wants to share.
mm.
That's right.
Obia anyone no more. Oh, show kunua. Said the reasi koi.
Hmm.
If you got bills to
Oh,
pay,
you think that same with
it's
our
because
Muslim
they don't have
sisters?
any
They don't want to share.
intentions.
Auntie A says you guys should speak English now. She doesn't hear Chi now.
This
It's
baby I see a country because in send me or I name
Auntie, if
yes.
you have
Is it
a
okay?
family and you have a plan
Hey,
that
brother
your kids,
Cheryl, some people do they
Sure.
look for the size. What it?
Hmm.
for the size of what?
Wow.
Of the swinging
Wow.
pendulum now. In deciding which one they are having, it's about the weight.
But
If
me,
they have
I always
weighing
find those.
scale,
I
they will
always
use.
find out. I
So
always
if the
find those people
pendulum
in those
dies, what do you
marriages.
do?
So you're okay. Oh.
And then
Look
they
at
can't.
Dr.
Then
Kweku
they'll
Otin.
have a side
I
hen
think he's
and
got
side
about
cock
5
now.
wives, and then I
They
thought
look
everyone
for
is
the
okay.
size of the cucumber. You know, they don't want
You cannot be okay.
Hmm.
no
How?
No human
Then
being likes sharing, especially women.
and
Hmm.
then my point is, why did I even agree to it? Because Dr. Kweku
Because your
Otin, for
religion
example,
is
is not a
asking
Muslim; he's
you
a
to.
Christian.
To agree to it. Mm.
So
No,
oh
I'm
yes,
talking about
Sanita
Dr.
said,
Kweku Otin right now.
against quite
Against
against it.
making Dr. Kweku Otin, Ghanaian man. No, I think Angel FM.
Yeah.
Angel FM or Angel product or something. He's got about 4 wives. Your warrior Ghana was beautiful. A Kia Martima or something. No,
They want
he's
the
a
money though,
Christian.
isn't it? The girls
Hmm.
want the money, and then he
Wow, and they
wants
cry foul when
the.
they get in.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they realize that money is not everything, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
sometimes when you get into it, you know, the behavior you see, you know, or like some of the
Mhm.
characteristic, you know, it's not compatible with yours. It doesn't work out well.
Reality are catching up. Then you see
Yeah,
that the
because
reality and
usually you are
fiction are not
shallow.
the
It's just
same.
like Obika say, "Me petu bebre," and then you realize that a tuna
Mhm.
comes with a weak knees,
That's
Hmm.
right.
right?
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
initially, you know, you're not thinking holistically,
Mhm.
which we do that a
Mhm.
lot. We just take little aspects,
Mhm.
just like I did with seeing someone, you're attracted to them. You think, oh, this person has the same mindset as me, but you should look at it
Mhm.
holistically.
Who is he or she?
Mhm.
Who is he or
See,
she?
see,
And
exactly.
Yeah.
some people, both genders, they have poor hygiene. Okay, like you know, they don't know
But you are seeing money. You're not looking at hygiene though.
some of the hygiene you cannot overlook it.
Who's the kind of dependent number person okay so.
Okay, so
The mouth is like contome.
Ew. Meanwhile, to the pen where you want there was
not all
show,
that glitters
sir.
is gold.
They've taken care of
Not
you
all that
through
glitters is
school.
gold.
Poverty is not good though. They
I
have
tell
I
taken
you.
don't
care
know,
of
but
you.
nobody see better G.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
And
then
then we do have some people. We have some women who have complained that their husband's boxes is filled with poop. They don't even know how to wipe themselves.
Oh
Oh.
my
And
God.
then they
so
expect
there's a lot of
Hmm.
that though, isn't there? Because you didn't
No,
wait for
for
them
me.
to grow up. Their mom was in the middle of teaching them how to clean their bum. You say you won't wait. You
At
want to
38,
continue.
at 38, they were now learning bum wiping. Eh?
They have been teaching them since. You say you won't wait.
That's right.
You want to go and take boys and continue from where their mom left off.
Oh,
Please
bless
make
me
sure you
unbelief.
soak it
When do
and
they
wash it.
finish learning bum wiping? What age?
Wash it well. Wash it.
Eh?
You can't
What age?
complain. Don't
Ow.
complain.
Ow.
Because you chose it. Let people grow. Leave people alone. Like, please.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are some men who like to have, bounding. Like when they have sex with you, they need to tie you up. Some people like to be
Imagine.
Oh,
stuff
all
like.
this stress.
Imagine.
They've been watching
Ah,
so much
when you are
pornography.
releasing the what's we shaking, then somebody ties you to the bed and your orgasm, we shaking. Now, for move another day.
Yeah,
No. Maybe this fetish don't
Because
work
they've
with
been
me.
watching too much
No.
of those nonsense, isn't it?
and
Of those things.
some people likes to be choked. As you know, like they like to be choked when they having sex. I mean, I don't like it's
Yeah, but how do you know you like to be choked if you have not been watching people
No,
being choked?
no. Sometimes people actually let
Oh,
like
you
partners
girls,
maybe try
man.
to experiment it on them, and they agree because they still want the relationship.
yeah.
Hey,
They agree because they
I
want
watch
it.
a program. I watch a program on ID channel, and this girl.
baby, I'm choking me crying now. Me breathing there, you see so.
We written here. Oh, let's say you're true. Madame for Ghanaian guy we dated Jamaican lady, and he was sharing an experience with me. Said they just
Oh, Ebi.
I was watching this program on ID, and the lady, she wanted, like, the guy. Actually, the guy is the one who likes to choke the woman when he's having sex with her. And a couple times it was very close. But one time, he actually literally took her life. And when they came, he trying to play it off like she was the one that asked for it, but he was pushing that on her. And I was like, why should she not leave?
Is that not the same thing that happened to that American guy? No, yeah, no counselor. No. Is it? What's his name again? Who died?
Samuel,
Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuel. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, Kevin Samuels.
He was always talking down on African American women.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. No thanks. Please don't choke me. Just come and get up.
And then you have the stupid one. I watch Sex Brought Me to ER, right? This
Yeah.
guy,
That's my mom's favorite program.
Is it?
his girlfriend actually put his penis in a soda can, and he actually literally put it in there, and then coming out, it got stuck, and it got swollen up. So they had to go to the emergency room to
Oh
get
my
Oh my God.
There's a lot happening in the bedroom though.
Yeah, the things that happen behind the door is more than the ones that happen outside.
Oh, wow.
I need
No,
to
but
go.
you see,
I
it
need to go
depends
back
on
and
what
learn.
you want. Like I
Yes,
said,
so.
Yes.
what is your standard? What are the things you would? Do you want to be choked? Do you want to be hanged? Do you like? How much
You
are you that adventurous?
Is this
do
crazy?
you want to be fried?
I know. And there was one,
You want
the ones that
cockroach
like
style or spider style? Which
No
one?
thanks.
the ones that like to use
Me, I'm
toys,
because
right?
to
He and his wife was using the toys, and she turned the thing on, the dildo on, and it doesn't have any grip. So as she was coming, she was playing around his, backside, and it went inside him. It went inside him, and it was still vibrating. So when they went to the
Oh my goodness.
hospital, the doctor was like, "What is that noise?" And they couldn't say what it was. And then they took X-ray and saw it so inside him.
But is that not going to give you multiple orgasms though?
Yeah.
Edu baby, yeah.
So that's 50 Shades of Grey. That
Area the function. The function now. After the function, now different.
yeah, that 50 Shades of Grey. Like I was reading the book, it got to the sex part, the scene, it was too graphic. I couldn't finish reading.
Is it?
It is. The way that it is just crazy. I felt like the girl was abused.
Human beings are adventurous, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, a simple life.
We don't want it.
Oh, you
We
watched
don't want to
you
live
watched
simple
that
life.
episode?
No,
Like it was so funny. It said "Boo." The doctor was like, "What is that?" And they like couldn't say it.
no.
Hmm. But we're
Life is
saying all
short.
these things and laughing. You know that even in Ghana, young guys, because
Mhm.
I have friends who are medics, doctors,
Yeah.
and you'll be on your night shift, happily minding your business, just praying for 6 a.m. to come so you can go home. And there
Yeah.
was this guy who came. There were like five boys in their 20s, and they all came and they were walking in a funny fashion. The patient was in between, surrounded by four other guys.
Yeah.
So my friend is like, what the hell's going on here? Where is the patient? Then the person raised his hand from the group of
They've
five.
been experimenting.
Are you
What
a
is it?
patient? No.
When I need to see the patient, all five of them stand up. She didn't understand what was happening. Only for them to all enter the consult. What happened? He went and bought something that had been advertised on the market as something that helps you keep your swinging
Manhood.
pendulum, in the erect position for a long time. And then he went and met this girl that he was going to use it on. They had done everything. The girl has had multiples and she's done. And this thing is still as hard and as firm as anything. And it hurts. It
Yeah,
hurts.
yeah, because that's
Oh
the
yeah,
veins.
you can actually die.
Priapism.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, heart attack and stuff. You can
It
just die.
it does hurt. And then there was
Mhm.
one. They were so in the mood, and he wanted to use lubricate to put it in there, and uh he actually used glue. So when he put it in his
he, he
on
would have
his
been better off with the saliva, isn't it?
on his manhood, got stuck.
Gorilla glue.
Gorilla
They have to
glue.
go to the ER to get it like iced to remove it, because if you move his hands, the skin is coming off. So he
Ah.
didn't take small size. He put a lot of glue in his hand.
Ooh.
I think I put
He want to proper lubricate it.
yes.
No, no. Well, I am not adventurous. I'm not a very adventurous person. I think naturally, I like to look before I leap.
Yep. He
Yeah,
didn't
some
look.
things are too risky that you don't
Yes,
even want to try it. No.
yes. I
Yeah.
can afford the having to go back.
Mhm.
So
Pastor
it's more
P,
And then
question.
put
Jesus
the
now
pieces
turned to
together, like you
banana.
said. Yeah.
Guys, just
Sometimes the
watch.
pieces can't
Let's
piece
It's
watch
all
again.
part
that
of
You
it.
show.
can't put
Because
them together.
This is Castle Mommy favorite show. No, you guys should
Oh,
watch
she
it.
loves it, man.
Some
She's
what's
always
the
crazy.
telling me
patience?
stories off of it.
Empress, what happened to Empress is more than Obada now.
Hmm,
Mhm.
hmm.
People just need to watch. You'll be surprised. Or your Abanga said she's found someone else.
That's right.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah.
we
Oh
need to
yeah.
get married. We need to get
Mhm.
married.
Mhm.
She needs to break that.
That's how Tonto Dike did not learn a lesson, because from the first husband, no, I didn't think say Obenya relationship saga view, but then she still went into it again.
No,
Mhm.
I think the
I
Nigerian
knew
men are
that.
quite good though with packaging.
Hmm.
I,
I think they're really good with packaging.
Mhm.
Like
and
ultimate
you know,
package
they
to
did these
suit.
guys for just about a month too, and then they are showing them off on social media. Tonto Dike did that with the second guy.
Because they do love.
She
Like
was
they're not like
she was
Omun to say
flaunting the
Ghana
guy.
pro. Omun, they
Hmm.
do love. Like they know what they're gonna get in the end. So they put it 102%. Do you
Wow.
get what I mean? Like all the things a woman wants, they're ticking all the boxes.
Mhm.
All the boxes.
Do you get what I mean? They're ticking all the
Mhm.
boxes. Munama, he's holding your bag, he's cooking
Like
for you, all the cutest things.
Yeah.
those things are not real. They
Yeah, but
just know who to play dumb with. Those
but
guys just know who to
it's the
play dumb with.
timing is perfect. You're
Perfect though,
brokenhearted,
yeah.
you need
Hmm.
someone to console you, you're sleeping
Hmm.
alone, you cry before you sleep. And mind you, these people are very sensitive people. Omunya
but
kankpe
but
to
also
say some of
these
us.
things we're
No.
talking about, we think this Empress thing is some isolated thing. There's this woman, and it's if the woman hadn't called me myself, I would have
Mhm.
said, oh, it's not true. When I first came here to
Mm.
Canada, in 2019, I think is when I read it on I think it was actually an interview that this Caucasian woman did on a Ghana TV platform. She
Mm.
was in her 60s and she met a guy in his 30s.
Mhm.
They met on a dating site. She was well established, living in Nova Scotia in Canada, had a house, 2 children. I think she was widowed or something.
Oh,
And her friends were the ones who convinced her that she needed to go on dating site because that's the only way that
can
she's
get a
going to
partner.
find
Mm.
love. Because
Wow.
these days you
Mhm.
don't meet people anywhere anymore like you used to.
True.
So they created a profile. One of the friends actually forced her and created a profile for her on this Tinder or Match or one of them. And
Mm.
that's where she met this guy. This guy was in Ghana. He said he had a business and he just
Mm.
needed some help to set it
Mm-hmm.
up.
Happens.
He wanted to go home. She also wanted to see Africa. So they talk.
Perfect.
She bought a ticket. She went to Ghana to meet him. 4 weeks later, they got married. I'll
Yeah.
send you a picture
Hey,
of what I'm saying. And then they got married and everything. Then the beating started. Not knowing it's a guy, no, he
wow.
was Yahoo guy. She said
So he doesn't
he'll
want to
be
60,
get
60
sleeping
married
in the
then.
years old
house
guy
and
beating a
then
60-year-old
somebody
woman.
will, yeah, but it
They don't
happens
care. They
here.
are
Na 30 cry
frustrated,
no
isn't
compare.
it? They are frustrated.
60
Most
the
of the
only 30 year day.
no, but he's frustrated that
Hmm.
he wanted you for the money and now he's been tied up.
You don't want to pay.
That's right.
Yeah, they don't know how to channel. You know, they've not been taught how to channel their anger.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Most of them, like, they never stayed long enough to be taught how to. Even their parents don't even know how to channel their anger.
Hmm.
It's an insane.
Yeah.
I can understand. You're lonely. You need someone. Perfect timing.
Yeah,
She sold her house here. Oh. She
Mm.
sold her house
Ano
here.
ko chimp na?
but the lesson
Mm.
is
Kwaji
that
Kotie, right? Sure.
don't trust people that easily.
Orgasm.
When you meet someone as desperate as you can be, do not trust the person that is, especially relationship that you have one person always asking for financial support.
For
But they
financial,
normally don't
yeah.
start with financial support. They are
Hmm.
usually nice. The first thing is, oh, have you eaten this morning? What
Charming,
did you have
it's
for
charming.
breakfast?
Yeah.
And then in the afternoon, how was work? Oh,
They say
really?
they even set alarms to even wake you up in the morning.
They help you
That's
wake
what
up.
they do.
He's just
They
too
help you
cute.
wake up. They remind you of your lunch. What did you? Have you said your prayers? You said they are going to even learn prayers. No, no,
Yeah,
these guys,
yeah,
if you're
yeah,
not careful.
Yeah, that is
yeah.
called love scam.
But because you are desperate for love, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So perfect timing. And they would be giving you money. So when they tell you that their things are stuck at the port,
You believe it.
Yeah.
You believe it, yeah.
can you borrow me double whatever they've given you? Mm-hmm. You can't say no. You feel bad. Your
No, yeah.
empathetic self,
So, yeah.
because they've been giving you big money. Oh, take this shopping. Oh, Oh, I'm even in abroad, and he's sending me all money all the way.
Oh, money.
It's so cute.
Someone in abroad getting pizza from Ghana. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
what a scam.
Those
Also
things
pizza, mommy.
you would have to be at a different level of maturity to say this cannot continue for the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Yeah.
sustainable. It's not sustainable by any human being. However nice you are, genuine intentions, you cannot sustain it. So cut it out.
Famous. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, keep it real. Nipana started sape, tell them that, look, you cannot sustain this. So let's be real. Once you see that the standards are too high for the person, it means it was a joke.
It was a joke, yeah, in
Yes.
the first place.
Let them understand that you are not a bank. You don't lend money. Once you make those,
I said that to someone and he blocked me.
it's much better. If you hadn't, Anka, you would have been going on and on with these kind of games.
On and on, yeah.
Yes. So let them understand you are allergic to men that ask for money.
I let you read it too much.
And some of them also use they use men of God stuff. Like they have a dream and all that. They tell you that
Yeah, but what has your Nyami Nipa got to do with me?
Got to do. They know who to play those games with.
But
Yeah.
I mean, even imagine, your pastor friend.
Yeah.
Your pastor friend that comes on.
Yeah.
I mean, I am asking you questions. So I don't even see how your Nyami Nipa thing is going to affect me. What did Nyami say to you that hasn't said to me?
That's right.
Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're
I
desperate.
posted the story I was telling you guys. She sold the 295 Canadian dollar home to go
That's
and be
crazy.
with Brad Selassie.
How?
And I spoke to her myself because I didn't believe it. So I
You
called
did?
her. I called her and I spoke to her. She told me it was true.
What's she up to now?
Wow.
She has this bird sanctuary thing in
Oh
Ghana.
my
She's
God.
lost everything. She's lost everything. And she's
Did she
in her
come back?
60s.
Did she have
back
kids?
here?
Did she have kids?
No,
Yeah.
she goes back and forth. She has 2 children, a son and a daughter.
Usually when they
And
grow
I'm
and they
sure
Wow.
leave.
she's not gonna listen to her children.
No,
Far
she's
as
She
not.
won't
if
listen.
they
It's on
talk
Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil every
Yes,
week. People
I
come, they
see
don't
that
listen to
too.
their
Yeah,
family
she
and
doesn't
stuff.
listen to children.
But the good thing is she still got her sanity still intact.
Oh, but she's completely broken though. When I spoke to her, she cried.
That's
Hey.
And are they still married? Is she still married
Oh,
to the
hell
guy?
to the no. Hey, no, bunny, you know.
Hey.
It was a
Orgasm bear five
TVC.
person on yo.
But you know what? There'll be another woman on standby waiting to marry that guy. That same guy.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Regardless
Oh
of the
yes.
story. Well, my aunt too.
Hey.
na so oni
Oh, the police were involved, but he fled now.
efie. Into ya dem ya kwachi no se kura ba bi odi ama na nya ho na ote.
Okay. What marriage is going to do to us women, desperate women?
Oh my gosh.
No,
I'm
marriage
going
is
to
not
be
even
financial
all
with
that.
marriage.
Marriage is not all that. It's just that society. Unfortunately, I chance after JSS get married.
Get married, yeah. And people think that after 30, you've lost your value as a woman if you're not married. So
No,
so
you
many
should be
people are
going to
making
school.
mistakes and stuff. No.
Bronya Koleria
Oh,
school
okay.
or doing career or doing buying their
Mm.
first home or doing savings or doing.
Yeah.
Whereas you're thinking about marriage, Obi Bambe Hell, Obi Bambe
Women.
Man, when you were bushia.
Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Me mama say osu ono enua omo ya enuafo nsi ono nkwa ne oba. Onya be say 18 no. Ne mama ni ni nua mema ni mu nyina they were forcing her to get married to Johnny free on and nursing.
Open nana.
Wow.
Because that's the society, isn't it?
Exactly. Oh yeah.
They don't want to be held accountable for that.
Exactly. Before story Nana may share one with Madame Funo what US or she a guy no TikTok no, and the other one no what UK no. She is going in January or no koye Bearman who had here and Bearman contribute a penny. She called me last week say I said
Can you
yeah
imagine?
because she's doing everything. And then I say, you chose it. But she doesn't say a reality check me, they don't want it. It's when you begin to say stuff like that or say, Manya call on the phone or something, you're coming from back and you don't hear from them again.
Because
you
what
chose
you are
it.
saying,
She
she
doesn't
doesn't
want
want
to
to hear it. Exactly.
She doesn't want to hear it. And this guy, right now, Obana is 30 day too. The guy now 30 days for marriage, Obana ye BBI, and then when she called me, I think about 4 or 5 days now, or more contact of a guy and a guy named Fa. You are going to marry someone
So,
and you're calling the young
to
picking.
get.
Nanka.
It's all a game. They play hard to get, and then because you have invested, you would have to be chasing.
You can pull out.
And
yeah, you have to chase him.
Oh, I don't make
Like, apologize when you've not done anything.
Yeah,
when you've not done anything.
Yeah, you have to
That's it.
apologize because yes, I'll be unattended my wedding.
Attending, yes.
And also,
that's what she's doing right now.
Yeah, because what share the whole world say you want to show off, you can't call it off.
You can't call it off. That's the point.
Means you can't call it off, but you're better off calling it off last minute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To keep
having a lifetime because
that's what she's saying. I told the lady, so on try so calling you off. No, I said, boy, number back, and be chasing if you man. Nanka on trust or cry. She's scared because she feels so can't be another boy in why to someone calling you off. The Nibewu.
But isn't it
because
the desperation. Oh, on Sunday, but when why can catch your crop for UK now and even in Ghana, why invitation? She's already paid caterers, everything.
I don't care.
Boy, Nikobo Nkahu. Boy,
Hey,
Nikobo. I want lady Nana set a wedding date.
That's why I said there's certain condition or they brand who so because
Yeah.
they have said they are one time who
Mm.
I think maybe you should
Oh,
have been more
Mr.
firm with her.
Oh no, she doesn't. Me say sometimes she'll call me.
You
She'll
stop
say,
talking to
"Wait a
you.
minute, say unko na bet me I can't try me because Obia and me kind of crying try me. What do you think?" And
Oh my
immediately when you begin to say those things, then you
She
must answer.
doesn't want to hear what you have to
No,
say. So why
no,
is she asking for
she's
your
not. She's
opinion?
exactly. She's not built for the strong conversations. Or
Mm.
so me say when you come here, I'm going to tell you the reality, mommy. Me fancy where you're madam for. Me can't say, what the who knew said the tear, me worry, and so what? What
Those.
you worry, and so what?
It's difficult being a girl in you. The
Again,
brain is
seriously.
all dead.
Sister
Brain.
Asosika says it's easier said than done. When you are in such a situation, you are not thinking.
Yeah,
Thinking,
because they
yeah,
worry about what society will think rather than
no think.
what will benefit them.
But you know what? I think sometimes it's about weighing. For me, what I normally do is I weigh the pros and the cons. I put them on a scale.
Yeah.
I'll give you an instance where I was saying to someone, like in an instant like the Korobidi case and the husband.
Yeah.
I came out and said, look, this guy is narcissistic, right?
Yeah.
Everything he does, purely narcissistic. She said, typical African, I want to co-parent in peace.
What?
I said, you cannot co-parent with a narcissist.
No, you can't.
Looking for peace in hell. You're
And
crazy.
the African mindset says, I don't want them to have daddy issues.
What?
So I'm like, okay,
issue.
you need to put them on a scale. Daddy issues versus lifetime of
Wahala.
mental trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you calculate things in life. So you have to weigh the pros and the cons. That's how I made my life.
Some actually even grow with both parents in the home and still have daddy issues. So which one is I can't let him go because I don't want them to go in a single.
No,
so, some of us grew up with our parents, but we were still like isolated.
You
our
just
parents are
need
not
to
talking
read
to us.
on
We still have those issues.
that mental health disorder, narcissistic personality disorder. It
Yeah.
is. I said demonic BB.
Demonic spirits be.
They're possessive.
Just listen.
Very.
Possessive and quiet. Just listen to Dr. Ramani. Those you can't live with them.
Yeah.
Obiti say orange hair. Someone in Nipapra, some America.
Yeah.
Well, you're one of them.
Yeah. Those you cannot live with them.
You can win.
Yes,
You can't win with Francophone. Yeah, you can win when you're dealing with them.
You can never win. No. And they would drag you. One cry. You started getting mental health issues.
Yeah.
Issues.
So you weigh daddy issues or a lifetime of visiting the hospital.
So,
and unfortunately, they are very hypersexual.
Yeah, and she's harming her children more by her allowing him to be part of their life.
Yeah,
part of their life.
What they do is when they have two kids, they make one the golden child against the other.
Oh, of course.
That's what they do. Yeah.
So you end up having another narcissistic child.
That's right.
Start having like serious mental health issues, with the children. In two way, do I choose them like just like marriage and everything? Do I choose the big bum, no cooking? Do I choose the big bola, no brains? You wait.
Yeah,
and see what works for you.
Raising
yeah.
So a serial killer.
Yeah. So you really need to weigh some of these things. You can't just take things
on face
value.
When
I was growing up, I was very the happy-go-lucky. Oh, we're there, I wasn't detailed. I thought, oh, we cry and then I realized, BB. So I pay attention to
detail.
Details. Very good.
I'll give you an instance. Sweet Ajele did a benquine today, right?
Yeah.
And one Latani came on the platform and said, "This water soup." What? They have a similar thing. They call it banga soup, and it's thick. Theirs is thicker, right? So, and most of the time, I see them like making derogatory comments about
Comments,
our
yeah.
foods. They are very, they like damning people's stuff, right?
They are very territorial
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So she's come on and said, "Oh, this water soup that sometimes my friend in Italy gives to me, or so Germany gives to me." So I went in all 360 on him. I went in on, like, do you get what I mean? Like, I knew it was not a big deal. It did not really concern me, but I had to make a statement so that Uncle type it that anywhere else. Those are the things we overlook, and then it builds up over time, and then it becomes a burden. But someone
Exactly.
even came and said, "Oh, he doesn't mean it. He's just joking." I'm like, you see, joking. Time I realizing it becomes the norm.
Yeah, bullies.
When
That's how they get away.
Yes. So no more, just like I said with the videos, when you're watching, the kids are watching things you don't like now. No more, now they stop. So they know what the standards are. And and then it builds. You go a monster. Do the details. Just like Adro did with the family. No more, no way stay too away.
Opposition, no, be where you're coming from.
Thank you. You just state your position. Not everyone understands your position. That's what I brought for to do. They state their position. I don't clean. I don't cook. Nipa no show cookie. Into worry and while him said Nipa no, they don't know how to cook.
I think I've been one social mommy.
What I'm quite sure Banuato pizza. Not money in Abedi. Right? Mato whatever from the shop.
Mac and cheese.
Obiatin, do you see them complaining that they want to eat bamboo?
No.
They don't. Yes. So you should have standards. Period.
Brother Solomon, go to your messenger. The meaning of Bolano.
I don't know how the messenger. He's not one on himself. Wouldn't share any baby.
Oh yes,
don't mind Solomon. Don't mind him.
You don't mind him to go all the way to messenger when he can just open his legs and see it.
Simple.
You don't have to go all the way to messenger. It's that simple. I think that we make big deal out of things. You know, life is get standards. Make sure you're consistent about it. Like, don't let Obia and unless that one guy you want to be walked all over.
Walked all over, yeah. No, my bugasa. If not, no.
Yeah, I mean, if look, if the person doesn't have diamonds, bola, and 2 golden balls, and he's Bill Gates, and he gives you breath of life, I don't see like why.
No, even if they have diamonds, like what? Like why? If they have diamonds, never yeah. And then they
they come from a different, there's something super special. They're from home.
Yeah.
From home, yeah.
Otherwise, like why? Like how? And they took my passport.
Yeah.
Oh no,
and they beat me
passport.
Yeah, and report. Well, she needs to report it missing to get police report and send over to me.
So she did?
I don't know, but that's
this story, and Kasano, to be honest with you, I think there's more to the story. This is just like,
he's got something incriminating on her as well.
Yeah.
It's going to make back full chest. Then I say
exactly, because they did me now. The best story in the crowd doesn't look a bro. So it's more than a sex tape, because sex tape, you are not the first person ever leak you there. She was savage, she didn't die. This Ghanaian actress, Christabel Eke or something. She didn't die. Like, you're not the first. One Ghanaian girl be so dear about auntie. I don't think what can it do me now? There's a lot more to it.
Because almost the politicians.
Yeah.
I'm the blackmailing politicians. I don't know why people they don't want to work.
Because they want the easy way out now.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
Empress,
Quick, quick cash.
A lot of people want to live fast life, leisure
Uh,
life. Nena and can and cannot enjoy.
but is there actually anything like that? You pay either way. You pay.
You
You either
do.
pay now
you
or pay
pay
People
later.
think
exactly.
it's financial pain is the only pain. It's not.
No, me first one him said they radia borias and all
Mhm.
full circle. Choices, consequences. Choices, consequences.
That's right.
Ujani any ye.
Sanity.
Obeko full circle. You have to pay the price regardless.
Yeah. Good or
Freebie.
bad.
Yeah, yeah. It's either you pay now or you pay later.
But there's a payment
There's a
for
payment.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
For every
Ujani,
choice, visa or for
choices
every
and
choice you make,
consequences.
you need to pay a price. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have
And
to pay a price.
most Africans will blame it on the witches in their house, though.
There are
Yeah,
no
but once
witches.
regardless, we blame me cry now. Why they affecting us?
That's
Still
right.
you. You
One
still have to
kasa.
pay the price though.
You can make
Mhm.
excuses, you can blame, you can, but regardless, it still comes back to you.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Miss Adam, you know.
Well, if her situation involves gangs, right? Like a group of people now, it's going to be very difficult for her.
As I said, it's easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What kind of excuse is that?
When we were saying about, how people go get married and then they are all caught up in this thing, and instead of them cutting their losses and
No.
moving on, no, they still
None
push
where they don't want
themselves
to.
to go forward and get married, just like Abner's friend. Nah, no,
You
what
Yeah.
is
just need a
happening?
minute
No?
to think. I
Yeah.
think we just need a minute to think. Because usually, if you take a minute to think holistically, now people say, because we don't want to think, we just refuse to
No,
think.
no, no. The fact is, some are actually thinking, but the reality they don't want to face it because they're so ugly. It,
Look at what
sometimes truth need be a
look at
day.
what
So what
Solomon is
Tuma,
saying.
you can
He had
go.
a friend who was blackmailed with such videos. And three guys, she allowed herself to be slept with by three guys
Oh
in
my
order for the video not
Hey.
to be posted. I mean, like,
In the end, they will still post it.
Only three
They will
guys.
still post it. Oh, blessed.
God.
Oh, blessed.
Boy, it's more than three.
Yeah.
It's more than three.
Yeah.
At the
We say
first
in the
time,
end, they
if
will still
anyone
post it.
finds themselves in such nonsense, right?
Mm.
At the first threat, tell
do
them
your
bring it.
worst. Tell
Yeah,
them
do
to
your
do their
worst.
worst.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Mm.
Post it.
But
That's
yeah.
how you post it.
whenever someone blackmails you and you paid off, as you guys, mentioned from the it's going to continue because
Yeah.
they're going to continue
Exactly.
to demand more. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
get into people like that. They talk.
Yeah.
So it's like you always have to find a productive way to deal with them. But a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times, some of us women, once we fall in love, we don't think with our head. We always thinking with
Mm-hmm.
our and heart. The heart cannot think. And then you have some men when they fall in love with someone, they think below their belt, and you have to use your head, right? So it's like sometimes people get themselves in situation and they will never learn. They will feel the pain, the grief at the moment, but once they get past that, they
They'll
don't.
go
Then they
back and
forget it.
repeat it.
They're going to
Mm.
They
But sir,
forget
no,
it.
sir, now they are sure we don't want to know.
That's
Like,
right.
don't come and cry. Don't come and if you're coming, come and give us the whole story. And we want consistently changed behavior.
That's right.
Period. We want the whole story.
Hmm.
We want consistently changed behavior.
That's right.
Yes, I won't fashion them and
Yeah.
deal
That's
with
true,
it.
idea.
Because we can't all feel sorry for you. And then you go back again.
That's right.
And then do repeat the same mistake.
Yeah, you can't invest. You ain't mean getting invested, sir.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget we also have some people who love to create drama.
Yeah.
True.
They just come with one after another because of just to receive some empathy from people, so they will keep doing it over and over. I mean, some people are just toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not making if you're my friend and I know you and you know me,
Hmm.
we wouldn't be we wouldn't be going through this roller coaster, would we?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
wouldn't be going through this roller
The
coaster.
whole thing is this: is
Association.
that let's be honest. Some of these things that we even call love, cry, just based on what Aso is saying, is it really love, or is it that we're just looking for fuck body, or we're just looking for no, because the thing we are calling love,
Love
I
is
don't
a verb. Love
like
is a
what is
verb.
Feminine
love?
line says
What
to
is
fuck
it?
body.
Eh?
There are, and you know what? There are different types of love.
Yes.
Do you know
Yeah.
that? There's
Yeah.
different type of love.
Agape love and answer fuck love and I did
Yes.
because
Agape na nye adwuma bio mo.
Most people are just fuck buddy.
Yeah, so
Yes.
everyone has to be honest with themselves, like Prophet
Mhm.
Dollar said. Look, and you'll be surprised that they might be wanting the same thing, you know. Maybe if you find someone that assuming say munyina mo baba say bia ba ku kunu ewu and na say ba ku ewu. Maybe the person is looking for a parent for their child.
That's right.
So we can come to that agreement that okay, I'm happy to be that, and then you are happy to be what to me, to provide me with X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
So it's always a hand go, hand come, because love is a doing word, is a verb. And it has to be a daily doing word. You might not be in love all the time.
but you still have to do the loveful things.
The
Thank you.
loveful thing.
Thank
Yeah. So there are certain things that you love of the person. Or I feel like killing this person today, but because of X, Y, Z, I'm not going to do that.
But
It's
you
so
can,
annoying.
yeah, you can produce what you don't have. Or
Thank
don't
you.
know.
So it has to be an agreement because someone always wants something. I need someone to cook for me. I'm tired of cooking myself.
That's right.
So maybe your role, they love you for
For those things you're doing for them,
the
yeah, the
chef
food you're
job you're
cooking
going to
and
be
stuff,
doing.
yeah.
Minus your cooking, minus your cleaning.
They don't want you.
You are like a
I
stick
don't know
in
when you.
bed.
I don't know when you cry when you want to me yashi no health no because that is I don't think I will feel no more. Okay, yes, but he still expects you to clean the bathroom.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, I
But
already
that's
been
because when you were pregnant and you were even tired, you still do it.
you are still do it. Exactly.
doing it. Yeah.
So you have to set your standards. If you don't
It
want
goes
to
back
after
to what
3 years,
Blessed
no.
has been saying the whole time.
Yes. If you don't want, set your standards. But even with the headache, you are still in the kitchen doing a benquine. Then, even if you are on the dying bed, you have to finish. Let the cutting crime be ready before you die.
Before you die.
Yeah.
They know you're sick, but they're still asking you what's for dinner.
Yeah, because one awareness, sir. On to me, could be sir, Brody. Brody, sir.
Yeah,
It's true. It's true
But in
though. It's true.
Begu bin back, you move.
And throw him out. Yeah, exactly.
And on to me, Fred, Ebusia Penny, and Pacho.
no.
Ebusiana way, which is the
What?
Ebusian. She doesn't even know any
He
Ebusian for
doesn't
the
care
penny.
about your
Yeah.
Ebusia. So what you allow, people will
You
dish to you.
you permit.
We'll do to
Exactly.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once you get that, say, what do you allow? Into now, undi poker. Obi ma poker nkwanya.
Don't start trying to drink it just to please them.
One
I
person
don't
feel it
want her
bad.
to get upset.
No, it's all right to
No,
feel
but
bad.
no,
Please feel bad.
no.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Thank
Don't
you.
do it.
So once you set the standards, for me, I hate blaming other people for my shortcomings.
Your own choices, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to take some responsibility. What was my part? I remember someone asking the La Truth, asking the man. I don't know if anyone knows about this La Truth people. They're also on social media.
Yeah, I think I've seen them. I think the guy has cancer, baby, and then
Yeah, he had
there's
cancer
a whole
now.
saga of social
Yeah,
media, but
he's
I have
milking
not
it, and I
actually
had
paid.
cancer, and I
Yeah,
had cancer, and but
exactly.
obviously he's an abusive person. And yeah, they're broken up, and someone asked him, "What was your part in the divorce?" He couldn't find an answer.
He won't have one. I bet blame your banner for
Yes.
everything.
We blame your Barney. Yeah, she did this, she did that.
Yes,
Only
that's
one
all he did.
contributed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone should have a standard. You cannot keep blaming other people for your choices. You knew say girl you on paper no to move date no him say on paper no to. You saw his boxes. You always saw poo in those boxes.
But you still kept quiet. Maybe
You
I
kept
can
quiet.
change him. I can't. And
Yeah,
that's a
I
lot
can
of
change
Ghanaian
him.
women. Oh,
When
I
you
can
were
change
giving
Oh
head,
yeah,
you can
oh
always
yeah.
smell poo. You still continued. You want that ring. Now you got the ring. You
with
where
the
do
poo.
Soon
Now
as
you,
you
where do
get
you
you want
want
married,
the
he's
ring, but
gonna
I don't
change.
want the poo no more. Eh?
where do you
Soon as
want
you
the
get
poo
married,
to
he's gonna
vanish to?
change. No.
As he knows you'll be washing poo boxes, you'll be finding more poo inside. You see, I'm going on paper.
Yeah.
Ah,
You cannot come and complain because you
it's true.
tolerated it
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
I
during.
agree. Some now,
Diamond be jam
let's
on the
do
say.
Canada. Yeah.
Mhm.
Diamond be jam on the say. Be honest with yourself.
True.
So, sure.
Be honest with yourself. Once you're honest with your own self now, because it's
Mm,
actually a crime. Say who deceive you.
One kasa.
mhm,
Adia wound to
mhm,
me because of other people. No, it's a crime onto
mhm,
yourself. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like, hey,
mhm,
Bia, you are in a domestic violence situation,
mhm,
marriage. Now
mhm,
saying
mhm.
kwalani obua and young kwalani
It's for you.
Ɛnyɛ
because
nkwadaa no
Your
nti
own
woana
selfish
wosuro.
game. It's
is one
true.
cast out
Mhm.
selfish of
I
losing
am
the
Woana
pa.
marriage.
wosuro,
I am
yeah,
pa.
One cast out
yeah.
selfish, but then you're
Because
being
ɛyɛ
so
nkwadaa no
selfish.
interest fan ka wobɛwɔke away.
Yes, because oh, Shran Kwalani says it's okay to be abused. They are
Mm.
watching it and they'll
Mhm,
do it to the next generation.
mhm,
Okay, so it's you being
mhm,
selfish,
mhm,
you being umpel. You don't love your
mhm,
body enough. Your boa and your
mhm.
ya.
Ɛnyɛ
It's
ɔya.
you wanting to die. You are selfish. You want to die and
Mhm,
leave the kids
mhm.
without
Yeah.
a parent. It is
Oh yeah.
you.
Oh, bimbo,
You.
bimbo, and one IVD Nigerian
Yes.
Yes.
issue. Yeah,
Yes.
no, I've been here. Yeah.
So it's you. You are the toxic person. You are the very
Mhm.
evil person. Because people so jam
Yeah.
kolano. People so job
Mhm.
say it's okay to be beating someone. Oh, oh, you want
Mhm.
to leave that thing in them for life. And that will
Yeah.
continue for another generation. Because they also
Mhm.
go and do the same thing, raise their children with the same thing. So you are
Mhm.
the selfish person.
Yeah.
Be honest with yourself. Period. Ladies, Madam Marcy, good night.
Thank you so
Mm.
so much, Abby
Thank
and Sister
you.
Joa. What do you have to say? Na me dia me nyashi me ya. I need to go.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
I think so. Sister Bless that can in her and common you didn't so. Yeah, there are a lot of information at two about saying. I believe so. Be a usi and you or tea ye biano. Esia bibi kakra free mu.
Yeah. Thank you so
Mhm.
much, Sister Joa. Though you're the last person to speak. We're going. What do you have to say?
Let me I can say it's a blessing. Thank you. I mean to say
Mhm.
I just enjoy the program very much, but to say we need to like learn to value ourselves. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
take care of. I mean, I love practicing self everything because you move your whole no yeah any problem no, but every time beyond we project it on other people, right?
It's
So
true.
we will relationship you know and I say because of societal pressure or family pressure no force yourself to be in a certain relationship and I say na won free mu because so say one person when in big then you creating that problem for yourself in that
That's true.
anyone should be feeling sorry for what you are going through because you create
Mhm.
that environment for yourself. Toxic
Mm.
relationship and unhealthy relationship. You move you set yourself up for failure. Into the winning, no, don't even bring you the winning no. Men call for so who say would they come on because we are then nipa no, the person will never change.
It's
Right?
true.
You know, we just need to take care of ourselves and not put ourselves in any unnecessary situation. Yeah, just say it will not benefit us in the present and future. Whatever baggages we have, and we have to deal with it and unload it before we even think about getting into another relationship. And, you know, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on your platform.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
guys. You
Thank
you.
guys have
you.
a happy holiday.
Yes,
Nice.
Saturday we are coming
I'm coming.
live.
Come here.
I'll be there. I'll be
Saturday.
there.
We're coming live on Saturday. So Abby, I will
Thanks.
be expecting. I don't have your number, but yeah, send the mommy why on
Okay, all right, I'll do that. Yeah.
so that I can
Mhm.
send you the link and everything.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay, all
Thank
right.
you so so much,
You're
guys.
welcome.
We're gonna be
Bye.
gone. I've had a good time. I hope you have too. And yeah, I'll see you guys same time next week. Stay beautiful and handsome. And I wish you all the best in everything that you do this week. God bless you. Mwah. Bye.